1. An elf sits in the corner of the room, keeping a sharp watch on his comrades and the door. His eyes barely move, but there's something alert about his presence. He sits with his back against the wall, staring across the way, making sure no one enters. However, as alert as he may be, his focus is in the complete wrong direction. He does not manage to see the entity pass through the wall right behind him. A transparent shimmer slips through the elf's bag and then disappears. The next day, when the group goes to sell off their treasure, they lay open the bag and find not the shaft of a legendary rod, but instead they find 6 macabrely decorated Taroka cards, one for each of the group. And no matter which way they turn the card, it always keeps the picture inverted, which references a very bad omen. So you guys just finish up Phlegethus. You got to the center, fought the Celestial Guardian, earned the pommel of the rod from him as he was safeguarding it, and then you began to plan your escape when your other groups converged. 2 of your other groups converged in the area. The Iron made it to the settlement in Phlegethus, found no clues to the rod, and returned to the wall rather than risk heading on to the center. The Shadow Sisters and the Blood Legacy made it to the center and battled the Garistro and the Baelor together, where Var and Ari were slain. They have now formed themselves into a new group. It is now just Drow, even though the twins don't act much like traditional Drow. You don't know why that is, but their cultures are just very different. But they call themselves Shadow Legacy now. And Blood Legacy just dumped Var's body into the lava. The sisters are a little more intent on bringing their partner to a better place of burial. The angel refused burial on the island. She is not of an alignment suited to celestial ground. They're a little pissed about that, but whatever, they get it. they have no illusions about where her behavior was going to end her up. So,
are you saying that we're going to see her soul floating by one day?
It is entirely possible. And it has been not a running joke, but a reference point that neither Var nor Ari had far to travel to get to where they were going in the afterlife. But when they killed the Baelor and the Garistro, they did find their portal stone, which will portal you back and forth from the wall to this ring, which is a fairly interesting find.
Yeah. Insane.
Yep. And so I would place you guys on the outer wall of Phlegethus, staring at the bridge that leads you back to Avernus, and that's where we'll start our game. You guys have any other questions about the way the week's missions played themselves out? A little bit of sadness in there. Not a whole lot. Well, that's good.
I missed the sad. Like I read the sadness thing and was confused because I don't know who it was in reference to.
He killed the queen.
Oh.
As in the Queen's Labyrinth? The Queen is dead.
Well, there were two different sections of sadness, and I wasn't sure which one was real.
The first one was definitely fake because there was nothing to be sad about, and I'm not quite sure why Ryan rolled for sadness. Yeah, it was just the cavern floor in the hanging mushroom cave crumbled and fell away. I think that's what it was, and there was no more swinging rocks. And Ryan got sad about that for some reason. The other one was for the Chosen team. They went back to the labyrinth to talk with the Queen directly. They found that it had been attacked, and she was dead. But they did find super loots that seemingly were set aside for their party.
Super loots.
Yeah.
So
that's what
because we haven't given away any of our loot.
No, you didn't get super loots at all. You didn't get a set of items that give you +1 to all your stats.
Right, we didn't give those away to anybody. That's what I'm saying. Is we undergeared our companions pretty drastically. We've kept everything for ourselves.
I would say not.
Name a thing we gave someone else.
We did.
Given several things.
Guy has a dagger of darkness.
Other than ornamental weapons that you found or made out of
Yes.
Christmas
Dagger of
trees.
Darkness.
Sky got one of the first magical items we had.
She's
Well,
not,
that's
I
true.
think, the only
Sit
person
here
we've given
and be
something.
accused.
Oh, it's not an accusation. It's just, keeping track.
Incorrectly.
History is written by the victor.
Hmm.
If you win, you can rewrite history.
Yep. So, gosh,
Yay!
they just keep coming.
Yep.
Chris Brown.
So,
Rihanna's gonna hate that book.
do you guys have anything else you want to do before you leave Phlegethus?
Nah, there's nothing good here. Thanos. Dang it, Thanos. Do you want to go play in the heart pit? You seemed like you kind of wanted to fight.
I
there.
mean, yeah, kind of.
Do we want to go do that before we leave?
Um,
You only really get one
no,
shot at
let me
things like
rephrase this. Let me rephrase this.
Okay.
I'm interested in the heart,
Uh-huh.
but I have no taste for arena combat.
Right, no taste for it doesn't mean you don't want to do it.
No, it does. It absolutely means Thanos. I hate you so much. Danik hates arenas. Hates them.
Now every time I think of you, I think of Thanos with a beard.
All right. So you guys walk through the archway then, you cross the bridge. It is unbelievably relieving to not have air that basically causes sunburn just from being in it. You don't realize how haggard you were really feeling in that environment until you crossed out of it. Even when you were on the Isle of Eden in a seeming paradise, it just did not have because it was still all around you. You could see it everywhere. You didn't feel free from it. Crossing into Avernus, though, it's really a feeling of you've left it behind, and it's a good feeling. So I believe it is now the 11 of you are standing on the land bridge. The guards that you saw before you crossed through the archway stand there. They don't stop you, pay much attention to you at all. If you were to glance around, you would see that this time, looking through the archway to Phlegethus, the first time you were here, you could see the land beyond it and what it looked like. Right now, it is just gray mist. You can't see anything beyond it at all.
Gray mist?
What does that mean?
It looks
Gray
foggy and gray. Grain mist. It's a bunch of wheat blowing around everywhere.
The locusts are coming.
I would like to ask the Sultan if he knows the phenomena.
Yeah.
Is that a regular occurrence?
Yeah. When you guys, you're pretty far from the Sultan at the moment, but we can definitely
whenever we get there.
we can pay that one forward till when you get there.
Yeah, otherwise I think we would just want to head back to, I don't remember the name of the town, but where the Sultan is.
To Bitterhold.
Bitterhold.
Yeah.
And
So
I
you
have
head back-
somebody that I need to go find. I don't know how long we've been gone, but...
Why do you got to find somebody?
The salesman or something. He
Okay.
said he was gonna get me
Richie?
a thing.
Yeah, find Richie. He is working on finding you that thing, but you have not found the thing that enables the 60% off deal to take action yet.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So he'll have it for you, but it will be at full price, which is way more than you guys are packing right now.
Yeah,
No.
I can't. What did he ask for? I can't remember.
2,000 soul coins, I believe.
No.
No, what what did it?
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
what did he
I meant
want?
the weapon that
No.
He
that,
wanted the secrets
Jeff
of the gambler.
Yep.
We should head to where the gambler
Oh
is.
yes. Yeah.
We were already looking at heading there. We just hadn't gone yet, so we should go there first.
Okay. Are you sending are you going to bring your current crew with you, or are you sending them back to Avernus?
Were they part of the deal? Were they there with the conversation? Would they be okay with not being part of the deal
I think
anymore?
we just
if they
went by
were?
ourselves because
I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't believe they came with you for that.
Yeah.
I know they were hanging out for a lot of other stuff, so
Mhm.
I just wanted to make sure.
They typically won't come with you if you're on errands unless you let me know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, we'll send them back to the Sultan, and we'll head to go search for our information.
Okay. So you guys head over to Lone Heart. It is a much smaller village than Bitterhold or Nightborough is. It's actually, and it's not quite as far away as Bitterhold is. It's on the side of the ring that is closest to you. So you head that way, and it's about a half day's walk through the Demon Wood, and you begin to see signs of approaching civilization. You see farm fields and other things. Everything is very neglected and overgrown, though, in a way that you don't normally see. You have not yet normally seen here.
Based on what we've been told, we can maybe assume that the people that normally work the fields are part of what was let go.
That is a fairly safe assumption to think that. So it is entirely possible that that is the case.
Until led to believe something different.
Yeah. Hold on just a sec. My Fantasy Grounds chat window is recording really weird in OBS. Where is it? There it is.
It's no gimmicks.
Oh, that's probably why. Never mind. Okay. So yeah, walking and you guys kind of put it together that it's probably because there's no Hellborn here to keep the fields anymore. That they're just nobody planted or plowed this year at all, and it's just a weird thing. It's one of those weird moments you're having when you're in Avernus, where how close to normal things are here. Like there's farmers farming food for people. It's just a bizarre concept for you.
The people in hell need to eat.
Mm-hmm.
To each their own.
Yep. So you cross through. You come across a bunch of the fields. You pass by several houses that definitely look abandoned. Most of them look like they've been looted. Some of them have been burned down, and you get into the town of Lone Heart. It's about 16 buildings. They all look identical.
As if they were spawned and not built.
It looks more like you walked into one of those. It's got the same feeling like a residential neighborhood that's put together by a lazy developer who doesn't come up with more than like 2 different kinds of houses. And, everything looks the same. It looks like they all bought the same package of building and put it up.
Well, let's start looking for the dude's house. We got an idea of where he lived from the people in the casino, and we know that Tweedledee and Tweedledum were headed back there, so shouldn't be too hard to find if we do a little bit of investigating. Probably do it in a way that won't attract attention, so maybe well, you're wearing the duster. That's not going to happen. Never mind. We'll just start asking around.
I mean, I don't need to be wearing it.
Andy's
No, it gives you
mannerisms
bonuses.
that-
You want to wear it.
No, it doesn't actually give me any bonuses. The only bonuses it gives me is that I can
Look
make a
freaking
cool
awesome.
Western doo-doo-doo, and tumbleweeds roll in the background.
As you guys start arguing about that, what tumbleweed goes rolling by.
See?
I love it.
That's
awesome.
I don't know. No, I'll take it off.
Yeah, yes, it's really kind of got that repetitive feel to it.
I feel like that was
is
just posted
the same.
recently.
It's because people were talking about the abandoned Disney estates worth 1.5 million
Oh,
That's
right.
what it's from.
in
That's
Turkey.
totally what it's from.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Which
great.
is what I thought of when Mike said, all the houses look the same. I was like, oh god, Disney was here.
Yeah, that's great.
Disney
is,
did go to hell.
Yeah.
It is super that right there. It all looks the same.
The Disney developer built this.
Where are we? Are we in Bitterhold?
No, the other place, Little
Loneheart.
Loneheart.
where the gambler lived.
Right.
Yep.
All right.
Right,
Does
right,
it look like there's any establishments that aren't homes? Does it look like there's a bar or something?
No, every building in this city looks the exact same.
So nothing looks like it would be a shop. Everything looks like a home.
Yep.
I'm just gonna walk up to the first door on the right at the edge of town, knock on the door, and be like, "Hello, you guys want some Girl Scout cookies?"
So the way this town works is there's a center street, and it's a dirt road, not well kept, and every house is basically it's just off the road, but they all have a fence around the outside, like an old Western town wooden picket fence type fence. Every house has one.
Any names on mailboxes or anything?
Nope.
No.
So you can still pick that house, but there's you can't just walk right up to the door. You have to go onto their property first.
That's just trespassing.
You may have answered this already, but when somebody who owns something, like when somebody dies in,
What's the inheritance rules?
yeah, I mean, does the contracts all disappear? Don't they? They're like
Contracts
burn
do, but that doesn't mean ownership passes.
out.
Correct.
If it's owned with a contract.
That's what I was just about to say. It is a mix. If in almost everything that is owned by somebody down here is contracted out, and most people probably keep some sort of will type of thing. There's to the point where there's a lot of legal activity that goes on inside the Tower of Law, where people are unjustly named in other fiends' inheritances. And so they are inheriting things they don't want. And sometimes it's debt, sometimes it's enemies, there's all sorts of things like that go on inside of here.
So, like, if you were a very wealthy demon, you could leave your inheritance to another demon that you hate, so that their debt register went up.
Yes, and you could and maybe if you were really powerful and you hated somebody else, you were powerful enough to keep problems away from your wealth, but the person you give it to isn't.
Yeah,
Sure.
And so there's a lot of that type of crap that goes on.
that sounds.
I wonder how many people will their stuff to the person that killed them. Because that'd be really smart. Especially if that's the problem. It's like, oh, if so-and-so kills me, I'm willing all of this stuff to them. That way, if it's some rando, they're just boned.
So yeah, there's a lot of weirdness that goes on like that inside of the house.
Would there be an easy way to find out, like, his property? Where did that go?
That you'd probably have to go to the Tower of Law to find out, or find a neighbor, or find somebody who's in the know.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum probably know.
James and Jimmy.
Oh, that's what it was. I couldn't remember which ones we left alive, so I was just going with a nickname for now.
Would the Sultan have an idea of who, like, if there was any obvious choices, like a spouse or
He would probably have a better knowledge than most, because he had a lot of interactions with the gambler. But that type of stuff is usually kept pretty tight-lipped legally. They just don't talk about it much, because a lot of times they just want it to be a surprise.
Yeah.
Yep, because the idea of passing it along to family and business partners isn't real. It's not really a thing. These
Well,
guys
I
don't
meant
care.
in the sense of, would he have ideas of options for who might he have left it with?
Oh, that'd be a little harder to get, but the Sultan might have people who could find out.
Okay.
I don't think that's something that he would know right off the top of his head.
Okay.
And I think you would have gotten the impression of that when him and Mav were talking about bringing copies of the documents if you got a hold of them.
Yeah. The thing I would mention to the four of us is that we don't necessarily want to ask the Sultan, because he might wonder why we're asking.
We already told him we were after this.
He knows.
so-
Yeah, he knows that we're after the
Mhm.
secrets.
Secrets?
Yeah,
Yep.
we told him about it.
Why do I not remember
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. He asked to see copies of it because we were already contracted with somebody else to give it to him. He asked if he'd be able to take a look at it before we make delivery.
Okay. I totally don't remember that. All right, cool. All right. So
You
then
might have
never
been
mind.
intoxicated at the time.
I mean, I probably was. I always am. What am I not, right?
You're right.
Thursdays.
So, yeah, you have these 16 similar looking buildings you don't see anybody about right now.
Act drunk and start
Let's
walking
just
down the
take
street
the
yelling
first
for
one.
Jimmy. Yeah, take the first one. First
Okay.
one we come to. Just stand outside and yell.
All right, so you open up the gate to go onto the property of the first one, and the minute you all pass onto the property, everything around you shifts and changes.
Oops.
And you are now standing in front of a palace. It is the only building you can see. It is a huge structure. One of those idyllic looking, like Austrian castle style palaces with minarets and towers and all sorts of things. You still don't see anybody about, but you also don't see any other buildings about. You do see right behind you the picket fence, though.
Can I just take a few steps back before that change?
Yeah, you back out onto the street, and you can no longer see your family, and the building looks the exact. You're out on the regular street of Loneheart.
Okay, I'll step back in.
Yep.
Can I go across the street to the other house?
Check a different house real quick.
It is a similar thing that happens. This one more looks like a desert estate, kind of New Mexico-ish, not like Arabian. It's flat, one story, adobe, but it's fancy.
Like Adam's house.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
sure.
right.
I have no idea what your house looks like. By the way.
What? That's not what I linked. That is not what I linked.
It is now.
I mean, it was
Like-
similar.
It's like, come on, it can't be reusing crap. We need new stuff.
That guy's name is Robert Bruce. By the way.
I see that. It's even got his name in the JPEG file. Yeah.
Gosh. Great.
Just find any random Robert Bruce. Some rando. Oh, this guy's name is Robert Bruce.
He does kind of look like he could be that guy's brother, though.
Yeah.
It looks like he might be a criminal.
Looks like he might be a teacher.
No, it looks
Same
like he
thing.
plays like local league basketball, and he thinks he's really good, but he's not.
Based on what he's
Oh.
wearing, this is a faculty profile. Based on what he's wearing, he's probably like some coach.
Yep. See?
Or a
Or
criminal.
yeah.
Local basketball league.
Yeah.
Anyways, what do you guys want to do? You
So
realize that these gates past these picket fences are dimensional portals.
can we just
Box-
peek
box-
into all of them real quick and see if any of them look like they might belong to a seedy gambler?
He's definitely
Based on
good
the
at
way
free
they
throws.
look.
Yeah, you take a look around and you see they're all very varied
Okay.
in their style, in their approach. Make an insight check. Everybody can make this one, and I will give you your best guess.
Okay.
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
That's not.
Hey-o!
Hey, wow, Othig's insightful.
Just
Santa,
not
what
once.
about you? Give me
I had
that
a
one.
22. I had a 22. I already rolled.
No, do
Okay.
it.
To it. Make another.
Oh, all right.
All right. You guys have all rolled over 15. So you're kind of there's not really going to be a whole lot of argument here. There's a little bit from Jeff's side where he's talking about he thinks the one that looks like the entrance to a bank is like, this guy's totally got his stuff vaulted up, and then Mav goes, no, it's totally the one that looks like a saloon, like an old Western building saloon. He just describes the way you guys look, the way they looked. He's like, that one right there, that right there screams games and gambling. And so everybody kind of tends to agree on that, and you're like, okay, maybe that one.
I look at the duster I'm wearing. Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Thanak is so insightful on this one. He's looking at the dust on the duster and the dust on the ground outside of this one. He goes, this is
Checks
the
out.
place. This checks out. And then a tumbleweed rolls by,
Yeah.
So,
confirming his suspicion.
Let's go there then. All right. I'm gonna come back to that bank later though.
Yeah.
hustler house confirmed.
Okay. So you go, you open up the door to this place, and it's a genuine saloon on the outside. And you did see this. Some of them, there's a bank, there's palaces, there's some place that has 4 letters above the door in common that says DMV. And you're like, oh, I don't, what? Oh, it has no point of reference for any of your characters. But, and this one is called The Gem. There's a sign out front that says The Gem Saloon and House of Ladies. So you go inside, and there is one woman
House of Ladies
sitting on a stool at the bar, and you 4 enter, and she sits right up, and she begins to pay a lot of attention to you, and she's like, well, look at all 4 of you. Come on in. We we don't get a lot of customers here in Lone Heart.
When we come in, does she pay specific attention to Thanak because of his jacket? Should she? If this was his establishment, would she recognize the jacket?
Make a perception check.
Okie dokie. Wow.
You look around, and there is a row of hooks with coats just like this on it.
I don't want to go grab one.
I mean, they belong to somebody.
These others are not magical. They're in various colors and sizes. So when you grab one, it does not resize to fit you. So you go to put it on, and you look like a kid wearing your dad's tuxedo coat.
Yep.
And it's
Awful. That's
big
awful.
floppy arms and things. But the madam comes over to you and says, well, ain't you precious?
I'll just kind of act like I have no idea how to take a compliment. Back to the group.
Just want to point out you're wearing a duster over a tracksuit.
Not anymore. I took it off.
That's pretty great. She sees you guys, and you're milling about. She's like, can I get you something to drink, or should we just go right upstairs?
Drink.
Oh, I'm gonna need them.
Okay. So she pulls out a bottle of whiskey and starts pouring drinks.
I'm gonna ask her if she's in charge here.
Yeah, I'm the only employee in the entire establishment who is ever here. It's just me, all by myself, all the time.
I'll point out the name of the building. Emphasis on the ladies.
Ladies.
Oh, yeah, that's just to attract some attention. It doesn't work real well.
Maybe we should just rename it
It won't help.
to the House of Lady.
Yeah, okay. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, okay.
So what's up with the mirages outside? Like, it looks like one thing, you come into another thing.
Oh, that's just that's part of just Lone Heart. Everything here kind of makes people feel alone and sad and lonely and isolated, and like no one's ever going to love them for who they really are, no matter what they do or how long they live.
Wow, you're having a rough time, aren't you?
Yeah.
Who's your boss?
Well, I'm the boss. I'm the madam.
She's the boss. She's
So
the
you're
lady.
you're the boss and the only employee.
Yes.
Why not hire more people?
Well, you see, if I do that, then I go away.
Where would you go to?
I don't know.
Well, are you? Here's the thing. You don't seem too happy where you are, so why not give it a try?
You, sweetie, and she pinches your cheek. She's like, "You do know where we are, right?
Yeah.
There's far worse places I could be than sitting here in this wonderful saloon all by myself for reading a turkey."
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but I'm not sure you could get any worse.
So I'm just gonna out with the question. Be like, does the gambler live here?
No, he frequents, but he never talks to me. He pays for a room.
He's dead, and I think we own his room now.
You got paperwork to prove that?
All I have is that jacket, and I just point at Thanak.
I have the jacket. What do you mean?
So, and I have you, so
You
there
don't
go.
have me.
Shh, slave.
We are not together.
So
Not anymore. But I just wander off.
Thanak, she goes over to you and she starts to, for lack of a better way of explaining things, feel you up
I
on
will
your
not be part of that.
on your jacket. And she pulls out a key with the number 7 on it.
Oops.
She's like, "Well, this here was mine, and if that now is yours, well, guess what else is yours?"
You.
All right.
Thanak, Marilee's gonna be real upset with you.
I'm not doing anything. Just we're going up to her room.
Uh-huh. And I'll make sure the story gets told
Listen.
just like that.
Listen. What stays in the house? What happens in the house stays in the house.
Not when you have a bard with you.
Yeah, you are going to stay here.
Nah, fam, I'm just coming back. It's different.
Jeffrey's writing an ode to how he had to sex up the lady to get the reward.
Yep.
I will tell the nice
Tell
lady to
The nice lady.
go away and go up to the room.
Oh, all right.
I was gonna say like go get like prettied up and then I was like I don't care, just go away.
So she's like, "Well, all right, I guess it must come with the coat."
You got told.
And she wanders off behind the bar and then goes through a door back there. But before she leaves, she's like, "His room's at the end of the hall, first floor, back the stairs."
Thank you, madam.
Have his cronies come back at all?
No, not yet. Oh, Lily's home.
No. Hi.
Hello,
What's up?
then.
What do you know knowing
Just saying
about?
Hi. That's all.
What were you knowing about?
She didn't even look at us.
Oh, they're mad because you didn't even look or wave at them.
You didn't even care.
Adam yelled at you.
You didn't even look.
I see Andy all the time.
They should
It
hear you.
happens.
Hi.
I
Yeah.
hear you. Hi.
I love you. Oh,
Mwah.
I'm hungry.
Bye.
Bye.
Too. I made quesadillas for lunch.
So, no, it does not appear that James and John have been this way.
We're gonna go up to the room and ransack it.
So you go down the hall to the room, you open up the door, and the entire floor is ripped up. And there are some stone stairs leading down.
Hey, lady.
She comes
Hey,
running.
lady.
She is running down the hall. Yes. What can we do together?
I forgot my whiskey.
Oh, all right. Well, I'll go get that.
Thanks.
Just gives me another chance to talk to somebody for at least a sentence or two. And she's just mumbling as she goes down the hall. She comes back with the whole bottle and
Glasses.
Does she have any idea what happened here?
no, but she's a little upset that he tore the floor out of her house.
I mean, it's not like anybody's gonna see it.
How does she actually feel?
She is completely pretending to be startled by this.
Hey, what'd you do to this place?
Me? Why would I tear up my own establishment? I didn't.
Why
I didn't-
would you
I-
tear up your own establishment?
Right, I didn't.
And yet, the evidence here would say to the contrary.
She straightens her dress and she says, "Look, I am a lady and I would not put these," and she wiggles her fingers at you, "in the dirt." And she has just some obnoxiously done nails.
Is she a demon?
Okay, let's do this. I don't mean to interrupt.
Most likely.
Okay.
What is your name, lady?
Oh, my name is Gable.
Okay, lady, I will allow you.
That's her name.
Yep.
I will allow you to continue conversing with us if you tell us what's going on here.
You mean it?
Yes.
She slips you 5 soul coins, and she's like, "Okay, well, James and Jimmy, they came back with."
Did she just pay us?
Yes.
We need to talk. Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yes. And she goes on and she just starts rambling. She is like, "Oh, I have an open permission to now talk to this being,"
Yeah.
and she just starts talking, and she explains to you that James and Jimmy came back with a weird friend of theirs, real round guy, and she says they went in downstairs. Didn't tell me what they were really looking for, but they were going to get it, and then they were going to be rich.
Have they left?
They have not left. They did not come out the same way. No, sir.
Is there another exit?
I don't know. I did not make this hole. That I did not lie to you about.
So you did make the hole, but the hole's always been there. You did know about the hole.
I didn't know they made the hole, but I did not make the hole.
How long ago was it?
Oh, that hole's been there for a few years now.
How long did they go down?
Oh, just a day or so.
Anybody else in here? And I'll give her 5 soul coins.
What did you say?
I said, don't let anybody else in here, and I'll give her 5 soul coins.
Oh, okay. Can I talk to you too?
Yes, once I come back out, but not until then.
She'll pay you them back.
Oh.
I was really hoping that would happen.
So when I just want to have a little side conversation, when Jeffrey, when we go down there, we see Jimmy and whatever his name is, Bobby, whatever his name is,
Jimmy and James.
Jimmy and James. When we go down and we see them again, could you cast suggestion on them again?
Yeah, absolutely. I will tell them to mind their business.
Yep, cool.
Yep. I got it primed and ready to go.
I figured. I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. I will also ask if she knows what their round friend was.
No, I ain't never seen nothing like him here before. I don't think he was local.
Was he still a fiend?
No. He struck me more as the laboratory type.
Oh, they're allowed here.
Oh, well, anybody who can find their way here is allowed here.
A laboratory?
An aberration.
Yeah,
get
that
it,
word.
I get
That's it. Yeah. Aberratory.
Okay.
She's over there practicing different versions of the word.
I was like, you practice that talking. You clearly
Seems legit.
don't get to do it much. Aberrational. Okay, we're going to go in. You keep everybody out, and we're going to go have some fun.
Would
I'm coming with you.
Oh.
Well-
Who's gonna man the shop in case you need to man a man?
Well, you and I could stay here and man each other.
Nope.
Oh,
Sorry. Jeffrey doesn't.
Jeffrey, we're going to need you to take one for the team.
Jeffrey's gonna say it in the third person, like he's gonna talk about Jeffrey in the third person. He's like, Jeffrey doesn't do that. Nope.
she's like, well, maybe we could just sit down and you could hold me and tell me stories.
I'm tiny. You're what? That doesn't make sense. And he's just gonna start walking down the stairs because he can't hold anybody.
Well, she follows you right down the stairs, explaining to you all the different ways that it could make sense.
if I didn't have limited spell slots, I would cast telekinesis and pick her up and have her float right next to Jeff.
I want to dispel all of your magic now.
Go ahead. Try.
Just counterspelling all of your stuff.
All right. So you guys head down the stairs.
I have a question for you, Mike.
Yeah.
You may have given us an answer on this. I don't know, but have we been able to tell any connection between their, for lack of a better term, human form versus their fiend form?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
What about the way they act in their fiend form? Because this one's obviously sultry and seductive. Do we
Yeah,
know
but
enough
she's bad
about?
at it.
She's bad at it because she's lonely.
Right, she's bad at it. That doesn't mean that she's not supposed to be good at it. Jeffrey's supposed to be really good at being a bard, and so far,
He's supposed to be able to herald his team.
right, and I'm not good at it.
Which is funny because all signs point to the fact that you should be.
Yeah, a
You
plus
should be.
16.
You should be real good.
You should be, and you've just been kind of average.
Man, rolling a 1 at it just makes you bad.
So, right on. So, yeah, Gable follows you down. She is constantly chattering to both Fanak and Jeffrey. Like the minute one of you gets a little frustrated with how much she's talking, she immediately turns on the other. And even to the point where if you were to go, the minute she'd turn around, she would just ping pong back and forth between you two.
I don't think Jeffrey would be upset about the talking. He would just be upset about any type of physical assumptions. He actually appreciates the talking. He just doesn't want her to touch him.
Oh, well, she is giving you a litany of the times that people have actually come into the.
I'm really glad that you cut out of that because I feel like I'm better for not knowing what you just said.
Let me tell you about all the times I. That's all right.
Mav would encourage her to assist him in heralding skills.
Hey, listen here, sir. How about you be better at bastioning? You never protect me.
Hey, you know what? What if you
That's not
guys?
true. 2 games ago, he did. Death Ward was on. And
Oh,
the
that's
game
right.
that actually
What if-
mattered. He took it off you.
I know, right?
What if, Jeff? What if you help her advertise
Advertise what?
her house?
I mean, she seems to be doing a decent job of that.
Hey, lady, when was the last time you had a customer?
Are you kidding me?
Well, like 10 minutes ago when y'all came
before
in.
us. Before us, we don't. count.
Oh, well, they were Jimmy and James. They came in
Did
yesterday.
you service them?
Well, not in that regard.
When
They
was the last time somebody came in for lady favors?
Oh, well, that was probably right before the Exodus.
So, Jeff, why don't you guys talk about why don't you tell her how to herald herself?
I will teach her how to bard when we're done here.
Okay.
But Fanak, you're going to need to pay me for my services.
She is looking
I can
forward
teach you, but
to
I have
the
to
lesson.
charge.
What'd you say,
So-
Mike?
She
teach you how
is
to bring
looking
the
forward
boys
to the
the
lesson.
yard.
Oh, okay. To the quote unquote lesson.
To teach her how to bring all the boys to her yard.
Mhm.
Yeah. First, you start out with a milkshake.
My milkshakes.
Oh no! There's boys in the yard.
Yeah. Gosh, oh no! Don't put more things on the screen to get that off.
Who did it? It was Andy, wasn't it?
Of course it was. Who do you think it was? There, if I open up the meme window, we'll put something wholesome on
So
there.
much.
I don't know that makes it any better.
Yes, please, more milkshake.
No, not Betty White milkshakes.
That wasn't Betty White. That was Rose, and I
Gleb,
can't think of the other one's name.
Look, I don't want to see it come back, but I'm pretty sure that was Betty White.
No, it wasn't Betty White. It was.
Don't you get on Adam's Gilmore
Maybe
Girls.
I was just stuck on Rose.
It's not Gilmore.
I know I was
Golden
being
Girls.
facetious.
Golden.
I was sorry. I tried.
Anyways,
Yeah,
Um,
right.
So we're gonna head down into the hole.
Okay, so you go down the stairs and you end up in this room. Gable is chatting you up pretty unendingly, and you can see 2 doors to the north.
Can someone cast silence on her so we can sneak anyone?
That's so funny. I was just about to say there will be no chance of stealth like this.
I was actually
I
going
can
to
cast
suggest,
deafness on all 4 of us.
That's not going to make us.
I was going to suggest, we don't know who else was part of the gamblers gang.
Does she know if anybody else, like how many other people frequented his room?
Well, there were the 4 boys. Apparently, 2 of them you killed, because James and Jimmy told me that. You made them all sit down? That's just interesting. I would like to learn that trick for the naughty visitors. And then she says, but, he had a key to the back door. The room key opens the back door as well. So he could have brought any number of folk in here without ever telling me. Because this room, that's right.
So there
back
is
there.
a back door to this house. This area.
Yes. There
But that
would be.
it was just the 4 of them more than that. There
Correct.
wasn't any more.
Those 4 boys were his public face. Well, I don't know if he had a private face.
I mean, of course he did.
Well, we never got to that point.
Don't you have a private face?
Oh, you should see it. I'd love to show it to you. Then I can make a Constitution saving throw. All right. You are in control.
Do you?
And then she
Hey,
goes back
hey,
and
lady.
says,
Do you
"What?
have a mandibles under that?
A mandibles?
Yeah.
No. Actually, I look very similar to the way you see me now.
Is she a succubus?
She's like, oh, you know your fiendology. How sweet. She pinches your cheek.
Mm,
$15.
I need to hollow that place that she touched.
What does she look like? Like what humanoid race?
She looks like a human. She is buxom. Very.
I didn't care about that. I meant like whether what race does she look like?
Okay. She looks like a human.
Okay.
On the older side, you know,
Sure.
she's been doing this a while.
I'll tell her I'm more interested in the shorter variety.
Mm.
Not kids. Not kids. I just want to make sure that's.
Like give you a side eye.
You beat me to telling you that there was a special place down here for people like that by like half a second.
Ooh.
Shorter, not younger.
That's not what I meant.
Man,
Anyways,
You would probably counter that statement with something like, well, I don't know why you would be a preference of shorter people when with someone like me, all the good stuff's at eye level. And she just kind of gives you a shake.
I'm interested in the mind, honey.
Oh, I got that.
No, it's way up there.
Okay.
Anyways.
I'm done flirting with my friends. You want to open the door?
Yeah.
So we can't. Could we? I'm gonna tell her. Did we ever tell her our names?
No, you did not.
No, you asked her name and then never used it.
Yes, that was on purpose.
I know.
I'm going to tell her to call us Eric, Ryan, Bob, and Sam.
What?
Sure.
Because she's gonna keep talking,
Mm-hmm.
and make sure that you use our names so we know who you're talking. So that when she doesn't stop talking, they don't know it's us. They think it's just some random nobodies. Named Eric, Bob, Sam, and
Sure.
whatever.
we should have 2 of us be Billy and Bobby,
Oh yeah. Yeah, there we go.
just in case they think that their friends are back to alive.
Yeah.
If I may intercept your.
I'll be Billy, and you can be Bobby.
I'm way too short to be Bobby.
I mean,
But
they're
I'll
not
do
gonna
it.
see you.
Bobby!
Bobby.
Dang it, Bobby! Yeah, Bobby, Hank, and Mav can be Mom, whatever Mom's name was. Because obviously Mav's the mom of the group.
Sounds good. So you guys going through the door or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Gosh, yes.
Is there any sneaking happening, or have you just completely abandoned that?
I mean, with Chica, I don't think we can unless we can find a way to shut her up.
You probably can't.
All right, then we're just gonna kick the door open and
Wait, you
cast
can't.
Fireball.
We can't cast.
Oh,
no one's got silence.
None
Crap.
of us have it.
Hey, lady, I forgot my whiskey again.
Oh, she brought it. She's holding it.
I'll grab it and throw it. I forgot it.
I'm surprised one of us wasn't named Bruce and one of us wasn't named Robert.
There you go,
Oh,
Billy,
Bobby.
Bobby, Robert, and Bruce.
Yeah.
She says, "Well, you haven't paid me for whiskey. That was just bait on the house. You did, however, accept money to let me talk to you. So, I don't need to go get that.
Oh, frick. Fine.
And you just wasted good whiskey.
It wasn't that good. Can you
You're right. You're
stop
right.
talking for like 5
Nope.
minutes?
No, can't. Don't
Can't.
want to.
I can't. I am physically unable to.
You almost get the sense that might be the case.
Okay, great. All right, fine.
Sad thing. Voices.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're going in loud, so let's be extra loud. I'm gonna kick the door down.
Cast Fireball.
What it is?
Why
You
don't
don't
we
have
just-
fireball.
I do.
Why don't we just open the door?
Why not? Okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
kick the doorball down. I'm gonna kick the door. Jeez, said again. I'm gonna kick the door down and cast fireball.
All right.
Brr.
You kick the door down. You cast fireball
Furball.
into a room. Oh,
Oh, a humongous scorpion!
Whoa.
And there's the fireball.
yeah, I forgot to set the grid. Obviously.
I'm not gonna cast fireball. I'm just gonna kick the door down.
Okay. So you kick the door down and you see a very large room on the other side of this door. There are shelves in here, lots of them. They have been dumped over. There's debris everywhere. Crates have been smashed. All sorts of stuff has been. It looks like somebody tossed this room looking for something. And when the door opens up, you hear another door close from further away to the east.
There you go. Let's just make haste.
Can we ignore
Proceed
searching the
recklessly.
rooms and just look for?
Where
The
did
dudes.
we're by the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just came through those double doors.
Let's go find Jimmy and James, beat the crap out of them, tell them to help us find the stuff. And work from there.
Okay, so you guys get to this point you head down the hall to the east, and you find a bit of a split in the roads, and you see a door to the south and a door to the east. They're both double doors.
Same kind of doors, same like both wooden doors.
Mm-hmm.
While we're down here, I'm gonna use the gem of seeing. Lasts for 10 minutes, I think.
Something like that. Yeah.
Mostly just so I can see invisible.
Go south.
Anything like that. Yeah, I'm fine. As far as where
Alright.
we go, I don't care. But
All right, you guys go south, and I need you to make dexterity saving throws as you open up this door, and there is a blast of fiery magic that happens to be very ball-shaped that goes off in your faces.
I'm just a jerk.
You able to suck that up or no?
Is it magic?
It is magic. It is a spell that went off.
Suck
Okay.
him out.
Mav sucks it up, so there is no sound. You see the eruption of magic, and before even the blast can go off, Mav pops it, sucks it up. On the other side of this room, you see there are dozens of open chests that have all been emptied.
What level spell was that?
That would have been a 5th level fireball.
Were we able to tell where the fireball came from?
It came from a sigil on the floor right underneath the door when you opened up the door without
Is there a
disarming it.
trap?
It went
Okay.
off. Yep.
I gotta come.
Are you able to check for traps anymore, or is that not a thing you can do?
What?
Because you used to tinker traps.
He still can.
I still can, yeah.
I didn't know if you could, so
Yep.
we should start
Okay.
doing that because
Yeah.
that's our fault.
Yeah.
Yep. And there was just enough wooden door blocking it that Mav couldn't see it with his detect magic.
Yeah.
As soon as the door opened up, it went off and he saw it.
I'm in the cast Cure Wounds on Jeffrey,
Why?
so I don't explode.
Oh, I'll take it. You could cast Death Ward instead. Just
I
saying.
can't cast that level.
I mean, you could.
I mean, I could, but that'd be wasted
Jeffrey's
spell.
just like, well, you could, but all right. All right. Just saying you could. That's all. As he looks around the room and sees that everyone but him is death warded.
There's just a small radiance
usual.
glowing around
You
them
are
as
death
they're
warded.
protected.
Jeff,
I don't
never
think
been-
I
Oh,
am.
That's not the wrong person. Let's be honest.
I was gonna. I was about to say you put that on the wrong person, but there it is.
Oh man.
Oh,
Poor Jeff.
yeah, poor Jeff. We're not on a new day at all, right? We haven't had a
Yeah.
rest.
You would have had a long rest.
All right, I'm gonna give everybody their temp hit points from.
But that's something that we don't normally. I think it's the first time we've ever encountered Mav having to use a spell when he's already loaded and doesn't really have a good outlet for it.
Nope. Because I
That
cast
might be
Death
something-
Ward on the
yeah.
three of us.
Okay.
So I did have some absorption
Okay.
capabilities.
Cool.
I'm going to check for traps on the next door.
Do it.
Oops,
You
I
are
missed
fairly
Mav.
certain there are no traps.
Hey, Mav, open that door.
Mav's opening the door.
Just in
What?
case there's a fireball coming at us.
What they do? Yeah.
All right. You open up the door and immediately you hear growling and snarling and barking and 3 fiery dogs start charging you guys.
Oh, that's
I
not
can't
good.
absorb those.
Roll initiative.
3 fiery dogs.
Seems
Somebody
legit.
cast Tidal Wave.
Oh my gosh. Wow, guys.
Don't worry. Mav's
It's
going
fine.
first.
It's just the order of battle.
Make perception checks for me, please, as this happens. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Well, it's not
Whoa.
bad.
Uncharacteristic.
Is
Yeah.
it perception?
Jeff?
It's be-
I'm trying.
I'm
pretty good.
trying.
You guys do hear yelling coming from what appears to be a tunnel dug out of the side of the rock there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Nobody broke 25, so
Oh,
I have opened the door. So that puts him in the front. Yep, that's perfect
I
right there.
like it.
And you guys see these dogs charging you.
Doggos. Fire.
Doggos.
mad fire woofers.
Yep. Let's get that guy in a square. There we go. Okay. Mav, you're up.
So, in a 30-foot radius, which is rather wide,
So
That's
they try to
huge.
Start out a combat.
so this room is daylight.
Oh. Okay.
Does that mean daylight would pour into that tunnel then too? Huh?
It's gonna start.
Cool.
And we're gonna make some Constitution saving throws.
Oh my gosh. It's a terrible way to start. 2 nat 1s and a 7.
Cool.
Nice. Oh,
And
wow.
we're
Put 'em in
gonna
heavy.
step this way.
Oh, you cast Dawn. What a
Oh yeah.
All right.
Jeez, dude. All right. Really? You're going to step behind the little guy?
Just kind of push.
So this guy's going to come running up to Ryan. Ryan, you can, Othig, you can take your crack at him if you want.
Oh yeah.
Not only do you
yeah.
not cast Death Ward on me, you hide behind me. You are the least chivalrous bastion I've ever met.
It gives me 2 death wards basically. You die, then I die.
You know, we really need to change the name of your class to Coward.
Did I leave it on 1 health?
No, you did not.
Hmm.
Yep. All right. So Then everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw as it breathes fire at you.
Everybody.
Wow, guys.
Oh, this is just wonderful, actually.
I'm just
Because
gonna
the DC on this isn't very high, but you're all terrible. So
Nope.
I need one from Mav.
I'm gonna take.
Mav will take half damage. Mav will take 12 points of damage. Everybody else is going to take 23. Jeff.
Math is hard. That's not right.
I was like, what
Oh,
happened?
gosh. I died.
Well, that sucks. Hey, maybe we'll cast Death Ward on your next character.
Shut up.
Maybe your next character should just be able to cast Death Ward himself.
I just don't like you. I'm going to look at the dog and be like, "You ain't so scary." I'm gonna use undeniable and just give him a little bit of brain pain.
Do it.
I should probably untarget Mav so I don't damage him.
Probably.
It's okay, I got Death Ward.
Oh, poof! His brain pops.
Yep, you kill it.
Let's see the other two dogs. How big is that? Is a 15-foot cube. Can't get them both. All right. Well, I'm just gonna look at the other one and be like, "You either," and I'll brain pain him. Find the spell. Brain pain.
I have not been utilizing Great Weapon Master very well in our recent sessions.
Hey, he's gonna fail, and he's gonna take damage. Bloop.
Okay.
Nice. And then I am gonna run and stand right behind Mav.
Talking
No, I'm
about
not.
cowards.
I'm gonna step further back because I'm assuming there'll be another wall of flame coming through.
There will be. So you and Mav need to switch spots because you accidentally moved Mav and not you. So there we go. Taking care of it. There is. So I need Mav, Thanok, and Othig to make dexterity saving throws. Mav's already on it. Oh, Mav. Mav did not make this one. Oh, man, you guys.
Go ahead and do that again.
Yeah, that's
All right. It is better. So only Mav is going to fail this one. Mav, you're going to take 23 points of damage. Everybody else is going to take 12.
Everyone else? Or
Not you, Jeff.
I was gonna say, did I get far enough away?
Yeah. Othig, you're up.
Sweet.
Sweep the leg.
3 attacks coming.
Where's the lady? Is she in that too? She was right next to Jeff.
She seems to be rather immune to fire, as oddly enough as it is.
Less than surprised.
Also, I think
Her-
the Hellhounds are keeping their distance from her.
Oh, is she that kind of dog owner?
Qualifies for a follow-up attack from Great Weapon Master, which I'll start remembering to use more often. So
Oh,
I-
yeah.
3 more
I don't
attacks.
think you can do that if the creature isn't already in your radius, though. I think it has to be like within reach of when the creature dies. I think it's like, yeah.
It doesn't say that. It just says on your turn. You
It
score a
doesn't
crit
say
hit.
that, but there are abilities that say if you kill
Okay.
something, move an attack. But
Well, if it doesn't say that it has to be next to you, then by all means, use it again.
Okay.
Go for it.
Then 3 attacks.
because I know Rampage on the Knolls says move up to half their movement and make an attack,
Mm-hmm.
but that's also a creature ability, not a player
Yep.
ability.
But that says up to, so that means you don't have to if you want.
Correct.
All right, so Othig manages to put the second one or the last one down before it gets a chance to breathe on anybody.
Let's make haste down the hallway. Anybody got Longstrider?
Oh, it would be each creature in the dawn has to take a saving throw.
Oh, way to go!
So, Othig, you need to make a saving throw.
Oh, poor Othig.
Oh, okay. What was it, Con?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Want to turn that
you'll
off.
make it.
Yeah, and then
So take half of 25, so you'll take 12. And then I'm going to keep that in front of us as we're
You
pushing it
move
forward.
you can move it.
Yeah,
You can move.
it moves faster than I do
Jeez,
at a
dude.
run.
Yes, but does it move faster than Othig?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well,
I think we'll stay behind.
All right.
Don't
So
want to get blasted by that again.
let me.
it's
See.
moving for the next 54 seconds.
All right.
That's a minute.
So you start sending it down that hallway, and it turns off.
Mm.
Someone dispel it.
You don't know.
When does it turn off?
With my gem of seeing, I'll go over there and just look down there and see if I see anything.
Let me see if you see anything.
We're in black.
You do not. As a matter of fact, you don't see anything at all with the gem of seeing when you look down this hallway.
What do I see when I look down the hallway?
You don't see anything either. It looks like a normal hallway, but the little bit of edging that the gem of seeing gives you to identify what's illusion and what's not goes away.
Some sort of magical force field down there.
Well, they might not even be aware of whatever that is also.
Can I just point down the hallway and cast this?
What do you want to do?
Cast dispel magic.
I
I don't know if it'll do anything. I don't know enough about magic to know if that would do anything or not. But
make a roll for me.
Would we?
Oh, car.
Can I? I'm debating on whether or not I want to help him with this. I'll cast Dispel Magic as well.
Oh,
Okay.
Because my thought is, if with True Sight, it won't see. I can't see anything with True Sight. It's got to be a high level.
does this energizing like I do? So
I thought he did. Didn't we do that before?
I don't
Yeah.
remember.
No, we've done that before.
I would also offer to assist.
Okay, so you guys get together and you all blast dispel magic down there. And as far as you can tell, the hallway just stays normal. Make Arcana checks, or in Mav's case, make a religion check. Yes. Hey!
I will make an Arcana check. Does somebody want to assist me on that?
Go ahead. It's the only way I'm useful in an Arcana check.
Okay. Oh, that was low, but still.
Hi.
Let's see. Thanok, you were pretty sure the magic just fizzled.
That our cast just fizzled?
Yep.
Do you still want a charisma roll or no? For the casting of the spell magic, or was it no longer relevant?
It is no longer relevant because you know that the magic fizzled. It didn't find its target.
All right. Well, let's just head down the hallway.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! Who wants to lead the
I'll
charge?
go first.
Okay.
With the gem of seeing, not that it's going to work, but
At some point, it might start working again.
it might. And I'm tanky enough.
Okay. You and Othig go first, and I'll take up the rear. I'll keep Chatty Cathy back by me.
Yeah, I would think watch your rear.
No,
Watch your
don't worry.
butts.
Don't worry. She's watching it for him.
I sure am. I like the way it shuffles around those little plate pieces of armor.
She's such a creepy old lady.
Yeah, that's probably pretty true. All right, so you guys start running down the hallway.
She needs a pool boy.
And Jeffrey.
Can we
And-
stay carefully walking
Yeah, you can
Traps.
carefully walk down the hallway looking for traps.
And Mav would like to be outside the hallway while they're doing that.
I'll do.
Okay.
I'll do
Moving.
investigation for
You
traps.
ninny.
Do you want to be up there?
No, of course
You don't
I
even have Death Ward.
I don't, but I'm the only reason that they get to re-roll things, so I have to be within 30 feet.
So you guys begin to hear running water.
Oh no.
And it looks like this is opening up into a sewer tunnel. And as you two are shuffling down the hallway looking for traps, and Thanak, you're fairly certain there are no traps, you guys watch as multiple little eyeballs start to pop up over the edge of the sewer. And I'm going to need a dexterity and a constitution saving throw. Dexterity from Thanak and constitution from Othig.
Oh my gosh.
You're welcome, Jeff.
Oh no.
I will use Indomitable.
Back, please re-roll.
Oh wait, yeah, you can only do that for one of us.
I can only do
Yep.
it for one of you.
Okay.
Grand
So,
allowed.
And I'm going to
use
choose
Indomitable.
Thanak.
Yeah. Good.
Oh, why are you so bad?
I'm almost as bad as you are at hell.
Oh man.
Excuse me?
So
Excuse me. Excuse you.
let's see here.
So, for my new character,
Thanak, you are
that
no, you're not dead. You are slowed, and you watch as everything you're carrying takes on a gray granity looking, and
Hey.
you realize you're turning to stone.
great. Okay.
And let's see. Othig, you're going to take
A lot of damage by the looks of it.
83 points of force damage as you're hit with a green ray.
Awesome. Hey guys,
Yeah. What's up?
And you guys see
I'm a for real granite back now.
popping up over the edge of the sewer
About time.
this round ball full of covered in eyes. And it just starts laughing, and you hear it yell, "Hurry up and load the boat. They're coming."
Oh, the round friend.
Yep, that's the round friend.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's see. So we are going to have you guys re-roll initiative. That is the only fair way to do this.
Nines and 12s.
Mhm.
You still get to go before the beholder, so
I'll make it count.
so you hear, "All loaded up, boss. Let us take care of these guys." And Jimmy and James pop up. They are both like ducking around the corners here, and they both lean out around the corner, point their fingers down the hallway, and I need you both to make dexterity saving throws as lightning bolts shoot out of their fingertips like finger guns.
Oh.
Yeah,
Is it magic?
It is magic.
I'm going to absorb one of them.
Are you close enough to do that?
I am. It's within
Okay.
120 feet now.
So here's my question, Mike.
Yeah.
I have. First of all, turning to stone. Do I still have my reactions?
You do. It's only your movement that's slowed. You're not actually under the effect of the slow spell. I was going to clarify that on your turn, but
Okay.
since you're going to use your reaction,
Also, is he targeting me?
they're shooting them straight down the hallway. They don't need to target anybody.
Well, okay, so they're just targeting the terrain. They're not targeting.
Yes, they're shooting down
Okay.
the whole tunnel because they don't know who else is in there.
Then I'm going to teleportal. Here, I guess it's the only where I can. It's the only place I can go, isn't it?
Yep. You could go across to the other. No, you can't.
Because I
Because
have to go to.
You
the
have to be
place
next to
casting.
them. Yep.
Yeah.
So you can now do some more of the.
Then I will make an attack at one of them, and then if it happens to do anything, then Mav suck up the other one.
Sounds good.
Is he looking at us? The beholder, is he looking at us?
He is currently, but he's got his main eye closed.
Perfect.
Like,
that makes
would
sense.
be able to
Yep.
Yep,
Yep.
because he doesn't want to screw up his minions' attacks.
Yeah. Okay. Is that 5
Jeez.
over?
That is definitely 5 over.
Does that interrupt his spell?
I got to make a Constitution saving throw. That's how we worked that,
I
correct?
think so, yeah. Yep, as far as I'm aware.
It does not. I got a 19 on the dice.
Okay.
So it's a real good hit, though.
Yeah.
So it does not. So both of those lightning bolts are going to go off.
Nope, only one of them.
Only one of them is going to go off. Okay, cool. And that is 10d6. So I do still need dexterity saving throws for the one.
And how much is going, like, how big of a spell?
It's only a level 3.
Does he still hit me with me moving?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Like it hits you while you're in transit.
Okay.
Just by the nature of the hallway and the lightning bolt spell.
Sure. Yeah.
It's just there's nowhere else for you to zip through.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Honestly, what I was hoping is that he was targeting me, so that when I teleported, they electrocuted each other.
Oh, that's fun. That would have been fun. But no, it's still gonna zap both of you. So
Oh my gosh,
there's
you gotta
another
be
one.
kidding me.
That's a lot of ones for your team today, boys.
Man,
Jeff, no, Jeff hasn't
I think
done yet.
I think I'm too far. Anyways.
I think I need that
pretty
dex
big.
saving throw for you.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, I missed that. I'm
Up
sorry.
above.
I rolled right away.
So cool. You will take 16 points of lightning damage, Thanak. You're going to take 33.
Okay.
But let's see. That's Jimmy and James's turn, though, because they both cast a spell. So Jeff, you're up.
Jeff is going to look at Gable and say, "What's the cost for your help here?"
100. And her voice gets really deep and gravelly.
100 soul coins.
Yep. And you see her start flexing her muscles.
I grab her hand
Okay.
with one hand and I'm going to smack her on the butt with the other, and I'm going to Dimension Doris behind the beholder.
Oh my god.
And I'll just say, "Deal." And then Dimension Door her and I behind the beholder, and then I'm going to run off to the south. Or, not the south, to the
Grade 8
left.
morale boost. For a
And with my
situation
bonus
right there.
action, I'm going to give her a Bardic Inspiration. So she'll have a +1. She'll have whatever Bardic Inspiration comes from playing her game. And
Okay.
I'll give her 100 soul coins when we're done.
So you watch as she pops out of her non-cursed form and transforms into a legitimate-looking succubus, except you can tell that she's a gym rat succubus. She is jacked.
She would be right behind the beholder.
Oh,
I ran.
she says that she used to work the gym circuit.
You.
So I'm also going to have her go on your turn.
Fair enough.
Let's see, you got a 13. So go ahead and you can make an attack roll at +5, or you can have her attempt to kiss the beholder and drain him.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, so she flutters forward and she goes to kiss
Hey,
the
big
beholder.
boy.
and
He
falls
gets-
into his
and-
mouth.
I don't know. Does he get advantage on magic saving throws? I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. That'd be a lot.
It would be a lot.
It
No,
wouldn't be
he's got the
a lot.
anti-magic ray. He goes to open his big eye, but it's too late. She already plants the kiss on him, and he needs to make a Constitution saving throw, which he is not going to make. So he is going to take 5d10 plus 5 psychic damage as she just
Wow.
plants one on him, and you see all of his eyes like spring out to the side. So he's going to take 26 points of damage, and he's like, "Oh, not right now, but maybe later." Oh, that hurts.
Worth it.
Oh my gosh. Too far.
Yeah, and then I don't know if it'll matter, but she does have a +1 to her something or other. Basically,
Okay,
+1
if
to
she makes an
everything.
attack roll.
Yep,
Okay.
or a saving throw or any of that. So
Sounds good. All right, Othig, you're up.
Okay, so how deep is that water square in front of Thanak?
It's hard for you to tell here, but it is about a 10-foot drop down to the water, and you have no idea how deep the water is.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do: run past me. I'll hold my hammer out, and you can grab onto it, and I'll swing you behind him.
And take 2 attacks of opportunity.
No, just one.
Well,
How do you figure?
Wait, who are you going after?
Real
The
quiet.
I wanted to go after the beholder, so
Oh, well, either way, you're gonna have to go through the.
either way, I'm going to take 2 attacks of opportunity.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah. How did you think I wouldn't?
I thought you were gonna go after one of the gunslingers.
I could go right behind you and attack
Yeah.
adjacently, could I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could attack the gunslingers. You wouldn't be able to attack the beholder, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes, he could, because he can stand on top of me and then move back.
That's true. You could do that.
Oh,
You take an attack of
You can. You just can't end your turn in an ally square. You can temporarily occupy it.
yeah, and you have the movement speed to where.
I have the movement speed, and
do
the beholder couldn't take an attack of opportunity because
Unless
I
he
have
has
level
reach.
anyway.
Yeah.
The beholder
doesn't
does
matter
not
if he has
have reach.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if
Also-
he has reach anyway.
Mike the Beholder would have been able to take an attack of opportunity on me. I did start my movement adjacent to him
Okay.
because that was the only spot I could see.
Alerting me to that, so he is going to attempt to bite you.
Yep.
12 does not get you, though, does it?
No.
Yeah, their bites are. They're not physical creatures.
No, I was hoping to take his reaction. So.
Right on. And he would have attempted it.
All right, well, I'm gonna actually attack Jimmy first instead.
Okay.
So, well, yeah, it doesn't really matter. So I'll just move right.
Is there a reason you're attacking Jimmy first?
Jimmy's the one that I hit.
He's wounded.
Gotcha. Okay. I just didn't know if you were still trying to figure out how to get them to not hit you, because they won't. I mean, they might on their turn, but
I mean,
right now-
James could because if I move away, but I'm not going to move away from this spot.
Right. Andy, you're super quiet.
That's okay.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure you knew.
Oh, is it my turn?
No.
Oh, there's a crit.
Oh, and that's going to have a follow-up attack.
Dude.
That's a lot of damage.
I'm gonna
I can't believe that hit.
yell at Othig. Did you still want me, or at Thanak? Did you still want me to tell him to mind their business?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay. So you come flying in and just start wailing on Jimmy, and he's reeling. You hit him really hard. It doesn't look like he's quite near death yet, but you put a good pounding on him. All right, Thanak.
How deep is this water? Did we say?
You have no idea. It has a scum on top of it, almost like a overgrown pond that has that weed algae layer.
Duckweed.
So you have no idea how deep that is or what's below it, if anything.
You know what you need to do, Thanak.
I know exactly what I need to do.
Lick it.
Suplex time.
Yes, that is exactly what I'm doing.
Just grab a vial of that stuff and drink it down.
Suplex time.
For,
You're gonna make a superhero.
That's for James.
You're gonna make
Jimmy,
a superhero.
wait a minute. Jimmy and James, they have the same name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
So do my grandpa and my uncle. What's your point?
Yeah, so I am attempting a suplex.
No, he is not gonna roll better than you. I got a 3 on the dice. So all
And then I'm just gonna suplex him right off the edge.
right, you
I love
grapple
that
him.
this is a thing.
This is what we've done before. This one is your grapple. Please make another one to suplex him off. This is your move.
Yeah.
You got him set up for it. You got your hand out to the crowd right now, and they're cheering for the suplex.
Yep.
People's elbow.
Yes.
There it is. Oh, that's a nat 1.
You're like looking around the arena. You're like,
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. So Jimmy knows that we have this. Like, hey, do you
Yeah.
still want to be on the other team?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I'm gonna offer my
Contract.
reaction.
We're contracted. It didn't take long. And he's in the suplex and he's flailing around. And from somewhere you hear people just cheering and screaming, "Drop him! Drop him!" And you just lean back over it and you drop him straight into the soup. And right as he's about to hit it, all these black tentacles come flying up out of it, wrap themselves around him, and yank him down.
Oh,
Oh no!
Bye bye.
Note to self: don't go in.
Wow, good thing. Jeez, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been starting a new character.
So, do you want to use your movement?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was
Oh,
thinking.
you have half of it.
I freaking love the rock.
I'm just gonna point at the beholder.
All right.
And
I would
do
say
that.
you're probably prone too. You got to go prone to suplex somebody.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll stand up. I'll
Okay,
stand
so
up,
Can
and
you
I'll.
action surge anymore or no?
No, I can't.
No.
Oh, that would have
That
been
is
great.
one thing that he doesn't have. All right. So it is now the end of your turn, and that this time I need a con save from you as
Oh, that's right.
the spell has taken hold and you are starting to tighten up and slow down, and Thanok turns to stone.
Oh no.
But he's still pointing.
Yeah.
The beholders, Gable can hear the beholder moment like, I don't know if I should be scared or not. He's turned stone. He's gonna throw me in the water. All right, and then Mav, it is your turn.
Mav is going to move there.
Does that mean I have full cover right now? What? This is a serious question.
At
You
least
do.
partial.
You have half cover.
All right, I'll take it.
From
But
Thanos.
if-
Stone
I'm going to
back.
let you know. Before you take that, I'm going to let you know that if you use Thanak on cover and Thanak gets hit,
I'm not. No.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
actually using him as cover. I just wanted to know if I had cover.
It wouldn't be the first time somebody took a stone to the face for him.
Oh, good times.
when granite backs get pasted.
Okay, so Mav slams a guiding bolt into him, and the beholder's like, "Oh, dang it, I'm glowing."
See here. We are going to fire.
Whoa.
Oh, you shot it at Jimmy, not at the beholder.
Yes, I shot it.
Oh, I
Jimmy.
thought you shot the beholder.
No, I was thinking about the beholder, but I want
Yeah,
to
but
Jimmy out of the way.
Jimmy is clearly the bigger threat.
Well, Jimmy might throw you into the water. How do I know?
I bet Jimmy can't even lift me.
Would you rather me shoot the beholder? Oh wait,
No,
you're
from
stone.
the
I'll tell you when
creatures
I
that
wake
you
up.
saw Billy and Bobby transform into when they were killed, you're pretty sure he could throw you in.
Oh, my guess was just because they were magic users. I assumed.
No, they're
Okay.
fiends. They have magical powers. They're not necessarily
Alright,
magic
fair enough.
users.
I don't know if it matters, but that was radiant damage.
I don't know if these guys are. Let me check to see if they're.
Why does your guiding bolt says untyped?
Because I just made that spell like level of damage, and I didn't put a damage level with it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can just
it
right-click
does not
on
matter.
You
Okay.
can just right click on the spell damage and it'll add more to it.
Love that.
Okay, so it would not have mattered. And Jimmy is still standing. That brings it up to the beholder's turn, who he looks around, he's in a panic, and you hear him go, "So long, suckers!" And he floats over with like his 10 feet of movement and settles down, like sits on the barge full of carts and turns his, he gets 3 eye ray blasts, so he is going to shoot 1. I'll roll to see if he shoots.
Please tell me he targets Jimmy.
No, he will not target Jimmy. He's going to target Gable and Othig.
Does Gable get an attack of opportunity?
She will, yes. And let's see, what eye rays does he shoot? 7 and 8. 7 and 8 is... Okay, so he is going to shoot again the Petrification and Disintegration Ray. So Othig, he's going to shoot you with the Petrification, and I need a Dexterity saving throw for you to not be hit by it. You are struck with the petrification ray, and then I need to make one for Gable. She is going to fail. This is going to kill Gable. I'm almost positive.
She has Bardic Inspiration if she needs a D10 or a D12 at this point.
Figure out what that is, because it's going to matter. Because right now she's sitting on a 4.
Bardic Inspiration is a D10.
Yep,
So-
she can't make it. Actually, no, she can. If I roll a 10, because she's got a +2 dex.
Yep. And a +1 because of my keep bonus.
But if she's using her bardic inspiration, she wouldn't get the keep
Yeah.
bonus.
Oh, you don't allow that on that roll?
I don't know. You've never had to deal with that before
We
because
have-
I don't think you did.
just
I don't
stack
think
the
you've done-
bonus.
I think you've only allowed it to where
Up
If
until the
they're-
point that you use it.
if they're holding on to.
Yeah, I think that's how I would rule it. So
Yeah.
she wouldn't have made it either way. So it would have been darn close because it was an 8. So she gets close, and I mean I might roll terrible on the
The force
disintegration,
damage.
but
For what it's worth,
nope.
would Othig get an attack of opportunity when he leaves?
No, because he was never in Othig's zone.
He has reach though.
Right, but he was here.
On this side of it, yep.
Yeah,
Gable would have
yeah.
attack of opportunity
Yep.
before she left.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
I see. Okay. Yep.
So I'm gonna make her attack of opportunity, and she is gonna hit him. So that's cool. So she rolls 6 damage on him. That's terrible. And then he blasts her for 80 force damage, and you just watch her poof.
Well, I guess I don't owe her anything
Yeah.
anymore.
Gable is no more.
Is she just unconscious or is she dead?
She turns into a pile of ash.
Yeah. She's
Oh, she's
She is disintegrated.
oh.
She's gonna be a
Um,
method.
And so you also feel the entire building shudder at that point in time because the owner of it has been destroyed. Something has happened. With the third eye blast, the beholder aims his telekinetic eye at the water and screams, "So long, suckers!" And you watch the barge like a speedboat dip up on the back and just take off down the tunnel. And he
I
can
feel.
move 120 feet, and he is just gone.
I
Stretch
feel
needs to
so
going.
much like this. Beholder's name is Ultros.
Yeah, yeah,
Do
totally
I get an
is.
attack of opportunities he goes past, or is he...
I'm gonna say no because he's 10 feet down.
Okie
The
dokie.
barge is down and in the water,
Mhm.
so I'd be close. Give me a d20 roll. If you
I feel
roll
like-
11 or higher, you can swing one off.
I feel like he's probably big enough to hit from the top.
He is. That's why I was giving Jeff a chance because it would have been really close. But now he plunked himself down on the crates, and so he's just a
He
little
squats
out of your
down like an oval.
yeah. Just settled down on it.
Is he using his eyes as propellers?
Oh, Kinesis Ray.
he is definitely using an eye as a propellant, but they're not propellers. Oh man.
Down the
Hey
thing.
guys, I'm
Okay.
a stone.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are.
Let's
Yeah.
see. It is now Jimmy's turn. Who turns around and says, "Boss? Oh man, dang! I surrender."
Well, I can. If they
And,
found the book.
he is offering to surrender. Are you accepting that surrender?
I want him to answer that question first
Yeah,
before I run him through with a spear.
I was going to say.
He says, "Well, I kind of need an acceptance, or else I'm gonna hit somebody." Because well,
we accept on the terms.
We
that-
tentatively accept your surrender.
I don't know what that word means, but I'm gonna go with okay.
It's like accepting.
Right.
It's not like when his prior boss
wanna
said, "I'm gonna
say-
just take offense to that."
For the moment, I want to stay in initiative while we're asking this question.
Right. He says, "Well, we found a lot of books. I don't quite know for sure if we found the book. We were just, loading stuff up as quick as we could. Well, maybe."
Where did they get all of it from? Where did they load it up from?
Oh, you must have come through there. We took everything that boss, old former boss, deceased boss, the boss formerly known as the gambler boss. He had all that stuff in the other rooms. So we just loaded it up, and
I'd like to see if I believe that he is unsure if he found the.
You don't know if this guy could find his own butt with both hands.
Yeah, that's fair. But the beholder, maybe the beholder said something, or like.
All right. Well, let me think.
What other rooms is he talking about? Because we didn't see anything like that when we came through.
You found a treasure trove.
Yeah, you found empty chests, and the first room that you came into was full of shelves that had been ransacked.
Oh, that's what he's. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Are we able to go investigate the rooms, see if they missed anything? That was
you would be out of initiative at this time. Also, James would come crawling up out of the canal, and he'd be like, "Oh, where's the boss? Oh, Jimmy, why do you got your hands up? Never mind, I don't want to get thrown in there again." And he just sits down, he pulls off his boot and starts wringing out his sock.
I like that he came back up in heavy.
No, did he?
Yeah, he was healthy. He came back up in
Dude,
heavy.
the sewer monster down there is nothing you want to screw with.
Yeah, apparently. That's awesome.
Casting Greater Restoration.
Okay, so you cast Greater Restoration on Thanok, and he starts to come back. And Thanok, the last thing you remember was pointing at the beholder, and now it's gone. And you have one cowboy with his hands up, and the other one sitting on the ground wringing his socks out. And as soon as you look down at the one wringing his socks out, he's like, "Please do not throw me in there again."
Thanok comes back and be like, "Nice to see you loosening up a little bit."
Yeah.
Am I turning to stone still?
Oh yeah, you need to make another saving throw.
Is that one
Constitution this time? It's in the book. It says dexterity, but I think that's dumb. Oh, Othig turns to stone. Then I come back from being stone, and Othig turns to stone.
Oh man,
I can learn for it.
you are super quiet.
Yep.
Yeah, like
Mav just turns to Thank and says that he can't actually stop it or transform it. He just moves it.
Jeez. Oh. Well, I'm gonna point my finger at James or Jimmy or both of them at the same time, probably. And didn't you guys just say you were not going to get any new bosses?
Yeah, but that was before we racked up all that debt in the casino that night you visited. It was not a good night at the table. We really think that old eyeball monster was cheating, but we couldn't prove it. But for real, the luck.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any more money?
No. We have nothing.
You belong to us now.
Yeah, where did...
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
Here's the deal that we're
get
going to
back
make.
in the water.
Either you belong to us or we're going to kill you.
Oh, that is such a terrible deal.
Yeah, well...
All right.
Choices.
Look,
A lot of debt with us.
that's fair.
hey, you've had worse bosses. Believe us.
That's fair. Well,
Wait, I can't say anything. Never mind.
yeah, you can't. They just look at you and they know what you're thinking. Yeah, the statue's right.
Statue's right.
The statue's right. We've had some really terrible bosses.
Fair, everyone that's worked for us has died.
No! We got a whole guild full of people who are still alive.
I'm
was that, a whole what
saying this to try
Guild
to intimidate
full.
them, and looking at Gable, who's a pile of dust.
Well, we didn't
The
actually...
first guild didn't fare very well. We built it up, and then somebody just destroyed it all.
Yeah, but we killed him, so... But Gable, we didn't actually sign any contracts with Gable. She just...
Assign anything, verbal contracts or contracts here.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
would have
but
ordered
sign-
100 total.
Signing them helps with legalities later if somebody wants to try and back out of it, but
Yeah, but there were no services exchanged.
Yeah,
no-
she kissed the beholder for me.
Yeah, but you don't know if she would have done that anyway.
So, but either way, she's now dead.
Yeah.
All right, they're like,
Hey,
all right.
I have a question. With disintegration, does it disintegrate items,
Yes, everything. Everything in a 10-foot radius,
including her soul coins?
including
Anything non-magical, I thought.
Yep. It's a big
Are
deal.
soul coins magical?
I think it's even magic items. I don't remember.
I thought magical items were not disintegrated.
I'm looking right now.
When I use it, they are, but that's because I have specific stuff within the tomb. So
Except
Yeah,
magic items are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. Except magic items. I'm going to say that soul coins definitely are disintegratable, though. They're magic, but not like a magic item magic.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. They're definitely not powerful enough to withstand a disintegration ray.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So, yeah, she's a pile of dust. All right, so let me...
I'll just go over there and like shovel her ashes into the water.
Oh, that is
I was going to
harsh.
keep those.
That's real harsh. You know,
Bye, lady.
Whew.
He still didn't use her name. Oh my god.
Burial at sea.
You are awful. You are actually awful.
So you're pushing all this dust into there, and this tentacle comes up and gives you a thumbs up. It's like slurping it up.
Hey, a friend.
I will just point out to my family who is appalled at me. She is a fiend.
Was.
I can't even do anything. I literally can't do anything right now. I don't even know this happened.
So the brothers are like, look, all right, you got us dead to rights, and we don't want to be dead, but we also really don't want to have a contract. So can we come to some sort of understanding? I mean, theoretically, we should still be shooting at you and trying to smash your friend who turned to stone over there, but we are being amicable. Is that the word? I don't know. We're trying to cooperate.
While they're talking with Anak, I'm just going to cast suggestion on both of them and tell them to be
Mind the
more
business.
amicable.
Oh, okay.
Be more amicable.
I don't know if a forced contract is... I don't know how the hells would feel about that. No,
Forced
they
contract?
wouldn't. They would not dig a forced contract. They always got to get you to agree on your own.
It's true.
That's good to know. I will not do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'd never thought about it before, but
No,
Yeah.
that's definitely, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah, because
Um,
otherwise they could just force you to do what they wanted, and then
These guys are idiots. I'm going to ask them what they
Contracts
think
under
a
coercion.
more appropriate arrangement.
well, here's what I'm thinking. And Jimmy sits forward and he's shaking a turd out of his boot.
Deep.
I'm
Is that
saying
your turd?
we go. I don't think so. Mine don't.
I don't go there.
Not that color. We go on your payroll with a large advance, right? And then whenever you ask us to do something, we'll decide whether or not we want to do that. And then we'd call that cooperation.
That sounds like a paid employee.
I think you should make a persuasion resistance roll.
That-
Oh gosh, I don't know what kind of saving throw that would be.
It'd be a Christmas saving throw.
Thank you. I was like, I don't know what a persuasion resistance.
I don't know what one is either. You're not having it.
Oh, that was sad.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
So Mav
I'm
says
going to-
Mav counters
Okay.
and says, "We want what he had, what he took. So you have to help him or help us get to the beholder."
Oh well, wait a minute. This is good because we still
And-
yeah, and
With that completed, the contract will be fulfilled.
oh, I like this. I like this because well, he's still our boss, so we can catch up to him, and then it's not really not we were contracted to help him deliver these goods, and so we can catch up to him. help him complete his side of the thing, and then immediately tell you where we are so you can complete your thing and catch up to him too, and then everybody's square. That actually works very beneficial for us.
Let's add in a subclause to this that
We don't celebrate that holiday down here.
If I don't quite know how to word this, but
It's real bad taste to bring it up too.
Yeah,
They can't target us in combat.
if this doesn't end with us obtaining, then they are eternal property of the Graniteback Guild.
And you have to celebrate that holiday.
Have to celebrate the holiday.
That they are property of the Graniteback Guild until this specific trigger.
All right. Do we have to celebrate before the celebration clause kicks in?
You don't have to celebrate at all.
All right. Jimmy's putting away his Santa hat that he had in the pouch.
You can. You can.
I don't want to, but I was prepared just in case.
Gosh.
All right, they will agree. They will agree to that basic concept. They would stipulate a 200-year time period, though, or for your lives, not the clan.
Yeah, that would be acceptable.
No, because if we die,
Right. Here's my reasoning: if you die and we're in service to a clan on the surface, let's say you never make it home, and we all just show up at your house, that's not going to go well.
No, it's not.
That's not going to go well for anybody.
Right, but now Jeffrey really wants that to happen.
yeah, but we can create a little, Mavami contract specialty that says specifically, that we can give to the people of the Graniteback. Carry this with you, give it to them, and they'll be able to tell his handiwork. But here's my concern. Here's my concern, and
right. Okay.
We can figure this out. But my concern is that if we make it to our lives, if we die, then the contract is. If we go there and you turn on us,
right,
then we die,
right,
and you don't have any. There's no reason not to do that,
right.
So
what if we just make that one of the clauses, like we won't turn on your kin?
Can we for a second just talk about how funny it would be if we could communicate back home right now and just be like, made deal with demons, it's okay.
Made deal with demons works.
No one is surprised.
In the event of death, let them work.
Yeah.
Mav's family is surprised. Everybody else is like, well, that makes sense.
Yeah. All right, that's on brand.
All right, so how about a non-combatant clause?
Yep.
Does that work for everybody? Because you got us over a barrel, but we want, it's fair.
That.
Fair.
What about Othig?
Oh, there's nothing we can do about that. But your friend took care of you. Maybe you wait a day or something, and then he take care of you again.
Hey, you need a spell slot?
What's the material components for that thing?
Oh, another diamond, I'm guessing.
It's greater restoration.
100 gold pieces of diamond dust.
Which he only had the one of.
Hey,
I have 400 still.
Oh, you just don't want to fix Othig?
No, I'm out of spell slots.
I said, do you need a spell slot? I'll cast at you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna cast a spell at Mav. You need what? A fourth or fifth?
Fifth.
I'm gonna cast Hold Monster on you.
Well, wait a minute.
no.
Don't cast that yet. Don't cast that yet. I have a question.
Oh, these idiots can cast spells.
Jimmy was going to offer. He's like, hold on, sign a good faith. Like, let me sign that there contract. He brings out his little finger, and instantly a drop of blood appears on the tip of it, and he signs his name to it, and then he's like, finger, guns, go! And he shoots Mav. How many of them you need? I got one more. 2 more? James, get over here. So they light you up.
I need 2 total. So I
2
need a total of 5 spell levels.
Okay, they both load you up then, so you got 1 overflow.
Okay. So a third and a
Heal if
third.
you want to use that
Yep.
other.
Thanks, fam.
Othig, do you need a rest?
Not necessarily.
I may
need to-
cast Cure Wounds on Othig as well.
All right. James and Jimmy want to hightail it out of here. We got
That's
to catch up with that maniac on the barge.
Yep.
That's fine.
I'd like to ask the question real quick of what happens when she died, and I'll note the shaking of the house.
Yeah.
Well, we never seen one of them go before, but we heard that their houses disappear until somebody else buys the property. It's just going to stay empty.
For Jimmy and
James.
Yeah.
James.
Yeah.
The other one turned to stone, and they threw us into the water.
Yes, that's the story.
All right. Yeah.
Repeat it.
So you all got stoned and pushed in the water.
No.
Perfect.
2 got stoned. The other 2 got pushed in the water.
Right. Because they didn't know that I was going to get out of the water. And I came out and I was like, yo, and I threw you in. And I was like the hero of the day. And James didn't do really nothing except stand there and get hit a bunch. But that's all right. I took care of business.
James distracted them.
Mike, does
Yeah,
it seem
well,
like these
sure.
guys are going to actually be able to pull off the sound?
No.
I'm going to give them both a bardic inspiration.
Only
When we get near where we're going, I'm going to give them both a bardic, and so that they're not as much complete idiots.
All right. So they're like, well, he's going to be down this way. So we'll see y'all soon enough. Right.
Yeah.
And they just start running down
Well,
this.
I'm going to ask them to take a minute, or if we need to keep up with them, I'm going to give them our Rary's telepathic.
Oh, they would take time for that then.
Yep, I will give them our Rary's telepathic bond so we can just communicate anywhere within this plane
Okay.
as long as they have
if
it.
we need to take a short rest, we can do it in 10 minutes.
Sure, let's do that as well.
Mav, did you mean to heal Jimmy?
No. That was going towards you.
Oh,
Jimmy
okay.
really appreciated it.
Sign of good faith.
Jeff, did you have a bardic thing for short rest?
For short rest, yes, Song of Rest.
Prayer, yeah, Song of Rest. I was going
Can
to say
you
Prayer of
use-
Healing, but that's
Can
not
you
right.
use Song of Rest and Captain Time?
So,
What's the mechanics of
well, you take a short rest. As long as you're taking the short rest, I do the thing, and you get to add.
Wait, here's the reason, because catnap puts everybody unconscious for 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, then you could not use those two in conjunction.
Yeah, no, I could not use that.
Okay.
Are you worried about my level of health?
That's
Oh,
an issue. There's also my health. Also, I
Yeah.
get this back.
Yeah, I suppose.
I can avoid the short rest and just stand watch while I do that, because it's going to take me 10 minutes to give these guys their Rary's telepathic bond. If you and Othig want to take you can do that.
Sure.
Yeah,
All right.
I can
Let's do
just
that.
not take the short rest, and then I'll give you your Song of Rest as well.
Okay. Mav, do you want to...
I'll cast Bacon of Hope
Yay, Bacon
and
of Hope.
stay awake.
Love bacon.
If
There
you
you
have
go.
Bacon of Hope with doing hit dice, does that work?
Any
Yes.
healing you receive.
So
Wow.
it does. So you'll
All
get
right.
10 from me.
So, yeah, these guys head off down the tunnel. While you guys are doing your hit dice and healing up, you get 10 from Jeff, and then add Bacon of Hope to your
and-
hit dice that you use.
23 from me for a healer's kit.
23.
Nice.
So you get 33 from Jeff and I.
There you go.
Plus any hit dice, max hit dice.
Okay.
So these guys have no idea how to use Rary's telepathic bond. It is a constant chatter stream between these two, and they're like, we got out of that better than we probably should have. And then you hear the other one, you should have seen that poop monster. Whew! That thing. when it chewed you, it didn't really hurt. It just kind of mushed into you. It was, and it's a never-ending stream of that kind of monkey business. And then they stop and you hear approaching the target over.
Roger.
Like, were they talking? Like, they forgot we could hear them the whole way.
They
Yes.
didn't know that we could.
Yep. They have no idea. You definitely don't ever mention betraying you. It's kind of like these guys have been contracted enough to where they know. Sure, you can find a loophole,
They're
but
mercenaries.
yeah, that's just what
Sometimes
they
it's
do.
easier just to do the contract.
Yep, and that's really how these guys have existed.
All right.
And so they let you know they're approaching the target. It is a good long while, even though it's 10 minutes of into your short rest. You don't hear back from them about approaching the target till probably 2 hours after this event. So Mav mentioned he wanted to toss the rest of the house
Yeah.
and to see if anything was left behind. So go ahead and make either perception or investigation checks when you get a chance.
Can I use guidance on somebody?
Yeah, because this is something you know you're doing as you're searching, so you could definitely use guidance in this instance.
You gotta be kidding.
Boop. Thanak, reroll that.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, that's better. Who's getting guidance?
I should just be assisting you and my own.
So-
Whoever has you would get guidance because
Okay.
you have the highest plus.
Skill in it.
But I mean, well, my thing is that we're doing two different things. I'm doing investigation. You're doing perception.
I should have just helped you either way.
It doesn't
fine.
matter.
But it doesn't matter.
You get a +1 to your roll because that's what I rolled for my D4.
There you go.
So
Thanak's sitting on 30. You don't need to roll any higher than that. So you guys are rooting around, and it looks like they did a very fantastic job of searching this place. And you're walking out, and you're about to head upstairs, and Thanak, you notice that there is something askew on the wall of the stairs that you came down that you didn't notice because you went straight to the doors and Gable was distracting you. And you find a secret compartment under the stairs, in which is a lockbox.
all
You
right.
check that for traps, Thanak.
Yeah.
I'll help you.
Guidance. And Mav is standing outside of the room.
you need
Mav,
to
before
suck
you
up
leave the
spell,
room-
get in there.
You do notice there is a magical ward on this
Oh.
box.
But before you do anything, there's a magical ward on this box.
And Thanak,
This is-
it is physically trapped as well.
Okay.
Can I absorb the magical trap?
Make an Arcana check.
Here, I'll do it at advantage, or I'll do.
No, this is Mav
This is-
trying to
yeah, this
determine
is
the level of
my-
the spell.
Oh, I see what you mean. Sorry.
Oh. Mav, this is an 8th level spell.
Do you want me to try and dispel that first, or do we want to try and dispel that first?
I want to suck it up.
Okay.
You're muted again.
What's your
I want to suck it up.
Okay.
All right. You got the room for it?
Yep.
I believe. Let's see. For a caster, they make a Constitution saving throw. So this one you just pull. So Mav pulls the energy out of the spell, and the spell is now cleared. The physical trap still remains, though.
So I'll do the physical trap then.
With guidance.
Yeah. Jeez. Cool. Is that the Tinker's tool? Is that
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Mm-hmm.
With guidance, you said?
Guidance and help.
So you'd have advantage.
Do you have
I have half proficiency in everything.
in Tinker's tools?
I have half proficiency in
Okay.
everything you guys have. Yep.
Plus
All right.
Plus a D4. Hey!
Oh, that's
35.
very nice. So, all right, you needed a 25 on this. It was a very complicated trap. So, you pop the lock, you pop the trap, you open it up,
Lock.
you realize this thing was trapped to destroy whatever was inside of it.
Oh,
And
That was-
inside, you find a very fat notebook.
Yeah, boy.
Oh.
We could just abandon Jimmy and James.
No, we can't. No, we
No,
can't.
because
No, we
the
want the
contract,
stuff.
the contract was that we found the book.
What, is that how we said it?
Yeah.
That was the contract. The contract is now null and void.
But do they know that?
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they know it. The Hells know it.
Right. But we can just leave them be, but then the Beholder's probably going to eat them.
Well, no, because it was a two-part contract, because they had to find him. I guess.
The contract was over when we found what we were looking.
Yeah.
That's the way we worded it, and we just found. I'm gonna. So they haven't radioed back yet because this would still be within that time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just let
I'm
them
just
know.
gonna ask them. I'm gonna ask them in our brains how they're doing, like how it's coming along.
Radio check.
They wouldn't be to the Beholder yet at this point.
Right.
We are proceeding as planned. Over.
Like, so how are you? Or how are you guys doing? Like, doing all right? Like,
We're doing fine.
right.
How are you?
we're fine. How are you?
It's
all right.
very polite of you to ask how we are doing.
We're good bosses, and I'm just gonna leave it at that and go quiet for a minute. It sounds like they're still going. I mean, do we want to just let them, or do we want to be honest with them? I mean, these guys probably aren't used to someone being honest. If we're honest with them, that might encourage them to assist us in actual perpetuity.
Yeah, that's why I'm not sure. Like, I think we should just do it. Just let them know.
I will
Like,
respond that the contract's been fulfilled.
I will say out loud, not in my head, out loud. They are fiends.
We not yet anyway. If we keep this up, we're gonna be.
That's not how that works.
You don't treat people differently just because they're different. That's xenophobia.
No. That's not how.
Mike, how much time is it going to take to start duplicating this journal?
It's going to take some time. It's quite thick.
I
And it's written in you don't speak Abyssal, do you? Or
I
Infernal.
think so.
It's an Infernal.
Thanik does, doesn't
I think I do.
And
Yeah.
if you don't, I can.
So we'll just translate. He'll be reading it. I'll be writing it.
I don't speak it, but I can cast.
Yeah. It's more of a matter of copying a language you don't speak.
Yeah.
So the lettering is different, all of that type of stuff is different. And so that's what's going to take some time. It's going to take hours and hours to do this.
I can cast comprehend language.
Okay.
So
Even
like-
dictating, it'll still take a long time.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. But we can work together, but it'll take a while.
Yep.
I would say that we head back and we start making a copy.
Yeah, and Othig had a thing, so let's make sure he's not cut off. That he did say that.
What's up?
I'm not going to tell you why it's not why it's called the official sequel. Okay, I'm not going to tell you. I don't care how many times you ask.
it? What? What? Why are we
Never
randomly
mind.
talking about that?
Never mind.
Sorry,
What
I'll
did
find
you
out.
want to say? Othig?
I'm sure the internet will tell me.
Othig,
Anybody else?
You had a question though, thing.
I was just gonna say I think we just tell them, like, it doesn't matter like if they're fiends or not. I think we just tell them because we had a contract, and I mean they could have choose to not help us.
Go for it, Othig.
Okay, I tell them.
All right. So they're just getting to the Beholder, and you're like, we found what we were looking for. Contract's been fulfilled. And they're like, well, and you mean you weren't going to just let us go into this and not tell us till you still... That is right neighborly of you. And then you hear, hey, boss,
Yeah, they found
those
it.
boys back there, they have what you're looking for.
Oh,
Yeah, get
do
it.
you remember when
Get
I
it.
said they're fiends? Do you remember that? And everybody's like, no, they're people too.
I never said they were people. I said we're people, and we're better than
I
that.
just said I thought we'd tell them.
One way or another, Jeffrey doesn't want to end up here.
And then you hear them saying, "Oh, we can talk to them with our brain power. Is there anything you'd like to say? Oh, please don't turn him to dust. Oh, dang. This is Jimmy, last survivor of the He's signing off.
Jimmy signing out.
Signing off.
Signing off. Yeah, that's.
Does it go quiet after that?
It goes quiet after that.
I'm gonna use sending. And I'm going to send a message to the Sultan, asking if he has a teleportation circle, because I thought we got one from him, but I don't think he ever actually got that figured out.
No, he wouldn't give you one. I remember you asking, but he wasn't going to give that to you.
We needed to earn it, right?
Yep, that's way super valuable.
Yep.
Down here.
Okay.
Yep.
We need to go.
Yep, we need to go.
So let's go. We're gonna boogie out, and we're gonna hightail it back to the Sultan.
All right, so you guys run back up the stairs. Gable's the gem is gone. It is just a plain grassy field. As you run up the stairs disappear behind you.
Because they were occupied, they didn't go away.
It kind of maybe the impression you get. It has something to do with that, but they're gone. And so you start to book it back to Bitterhold, knowing that there is an angry beholder out there somewhere who wants what you have.
Yep.
So here's the thing. You know you're being pursued by this beholder.
Yeah.
Do you want to take time to copy this, or do you just want to unload it on Richie? Because you know where Richie's going to be. He gave you his route, and right now he's actually in Nightborough, which is closer to you than Bitterhold.
We made a promise to at least allow.
Doesn't matter. They're fiends.
To see it.
No, let's do that.
Sultan
What
to
if
read
we-
through it.
What if,
You did-
yeah,
you
what
did.
If what if we get back on the ship and head back to Echidna's Island?
Actually, hold on.
Hang out there for a
Mike,
little while.
While we
with
copy this.
all of that in knowledge, could I send a message to the Sultan, letting him know our situation, and that if we are not able to get back to him post haste, he will not get to see the journal. Like, let him know our situation. Like, hey, Beholder's chasing us. We might not make it to you with the journal. We're going straight to Richie unless we can get to you easily.
That'll probably make him
And
say
see if-
something like, "Well, you better take care of that beholder."
He might, but he also might really want to see that, and it's completely within his grasp right now if he can get us to him. He may have a cost to it, but I also, through this, trying to judge just how much he actually wants to see that book.
I'm sure he probably wants to see it a lot.
I know.
So
But here's my concern about this before Mike
go ahead. Yep.
and throws it all off. My concern with that is I don't want to ask anybody here for help.
I feel like the way that I'm wording this, it's not. It's putting the ball in his court to help himself
If
by
he wants.
giving
I
us
feel
something
like
that's very
you
valuable.
I feel like you never asked a gangster for.
Me as Tony?
Yes, you.
I
as a
always
real-
did it in a way that made sure that they were giving me something and getting something at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think they see that the same way that you do.
No, that's why I probably should have died, but I didn't.
Here's my here. I don't want to be in anybody's debt here.
I feel like this transaction doesn't leave us in debt. I don't.
Just because you feel it doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, we can just run that. Whatever you want us to do in that.
Well,
I'm
again,
fine, but
if we go to Echidna's Island,
why? Beholders can fly.
can they get to? Can they? Can they go from one? Can they go from one place to another?
You
one
would
place to
know by
another.
the way the Sea of Styx works that if they do not have a ritual of passage to the place they want to go to, you can't get there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. So, unless he's got a ritual of passage to get over here,
Well,
he can't to get over
yeah.
to the.
Let's
Where's
just say
our boat?
we don't know that. So.
Where's our boat? Our boat's over on the shore.
You're actually not too terribly far from your boat. You're a few hours probably.
I'm sure if that's what you want us to do.
That was my thought, and then we can copy it. And even if at that point, even if we're there, and the beholder does somehow show up, I feel like the beholder would be smart enough to not pick a fight with somebody who is on friendly terms with Echidna on her own island.
Unless he's on friendly terms with her, we don't know.
I can't imagine.
You can't imagine people in the Hells getting along?
Let's roll the dice,
either
man.
Either
See
way,
what
I don't think
happens.
I don't think we would be attacked on that basis.
Let's just
You know what
give
I
it
mean?
a shot.
Yeah, let's go.
If I don't want to like say that that's what we have to do. That's just my
it's
idea.
a good idea. I think it's a sound plan. It gets everybody what they want, and it seems
It's a gamble no matter what.
It is.
It's where we are, so
Yeah, my thought on it is that it gives us the time to copy this thing without really having to deal with excess.
I don't think either of
The
them
trip
are
here
bad. I don't
wasn't
think
safe.
either of those
We-
ideas are
Right?
bad
No,
ideas.
we would still have to deal with like those whatever those things were, flesh.
The
it's not
mourners.
just that.
Yeah.
There's plenty of other stuff out there.
You're
There's
right.
the
Yeah.
dead bodies. The trip here wasn't safe, and we're gonna die no matter where we go. Probably.
I'm sorry, I started laughing.
So,
We're gonna die.
the trip to Echidna's adds time and danger. The trip to Richie adds danger. The trip to the Sultan adds danger. Making a deal with the Sultan adds danger. There's literally nowhere we go. We're in hell.
Yeah, the trip to Echidna's was a couple of days, so we're
3
talking,
days.
We're talking about a week of extra time.
Yep.
Here, we have no idea
Right,
how
that's what I
long
mean.
that means outside of
Yeah.
that. I mean, we wanted to get out of here in a hurry. Take pleasure boat cruise for 3 days.
I mean, or the other side of it is we just the older kill it.
What did you just say?
Unless he comes with
Find the
army.
beholder and kill it.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that before, but I'm not sure. Like,
We have no idea where he is. We have no idea
sauntering
what
down the
resources he
passageway
has.
here
We
is a
don't.
good idea,
we
but
don't. We don't necessarily know where he is. We don't need to know where he is. He's gonna come to us.
we could
with
try
an
to craft
army.
a plan to basically like leak a location that we have set up for an ambush for him and just
Yeah.
take care of this. That's probably going to require, some working with some.
We could. I mean, we could call in our allies, right?
Maybe.
Related to them, and they probably don't.
Assumes that they
No,
want to get involved in this fight.
I'm just trying to say to you, like, it's probably going to require, the needing help from someone, even if it's from a contractual point of view, to be able to set this up to take care of it. Like, that's what I'm saying.
If we call in our allies, they get benefit from the discount as well, even if it's just us buying it for them as proxy.
Which has not been discussed at all, and they know nothing about.
Honestly, you could tell some of those people, like, hey, it's a chance to kill a beholder, and like 2 of those teams are going to be all about it.
Like, yeah, definitely.
Like, if the other team doesn't want to participate,
Just
whatever.
send a message. Hey, you guys want to kill a beholder?
Yeah, seriously, just do
show
that.
up.
Seriously.
Don't forget, Var is dead, and he was the most gung ho to swing at anything.
Which is why
But
he's
that
dead.
Minotaur likes to hit things.
Yeah.
Why is Var dead? That's why Var is dead.
No, not necessarily.
Definitely.
But I mean, are you saying that we shouldn't tell them that we're getting a discount?
I think we should use it as a benefit at some point in time, and I think tipping our hands to it right now.
I don't think you can say that when we don't reliably know that that's the situation.
Right, and they haven't told
That's
us
what
about
Tony was
anything
saying.
that they've done.
Yeah.
We haven't heard about any of the deals. To think that they haven't made awesome things down here, they haven't told jack about the things that they've done. I don't want to tip any of our until it comes to a point.
To be fair, except for the groups that went with you, you don't know what you haven't talked to them.
No.
And you know pretty much everything that happened to the groups that went with you.
Yeah, I mean, like, Here's my issue. I am giving them leniency and information than the fiends that we've been hanging out with. You know what I mean?
What'd
You're
you say?
cutting out a lot.
I'm dropping audio on everyone. Okay.
Everyone is. I think it's just Discord.
Yeah, I've been dealing with that for weeks now. Discord is
what did
having
you
a hard time.
Yeah.
I didn't hear what you said, Tony, before that.
Drow are still Drow. I mean, fiends and Drow aren't that far off from one another.
Well, that's racist.
That's what I'm saying.
No, the two sisters, definitely yes. The other two twins, are they twins?
The twins.
They have seemed to be fine.
Sure.
Like the other two are super shady.
I mean, to be fair, to a lot of people, so are we. I think there's a lot of people that think the Grand.
I think you're
There are
terrible.
those red rocks, but they're all dead.
Yeah.
Hated you.
Everybody who doesn't like us is dead.
I was just gonna say that.
Heard how that works.
It's not us, I swear.
No one can hate us. We'll just kill them all. And then
Every option you guys have come with has its ups and its downs. It's got its drawbacks. The Sultan has been pretty amenable so far. He's worked in a very solid quid pro quo style, but I think even as your DM, I would say that Thanok's supposition that this is a bigger ask than, hey, can we get a common magic item to aid us in this it's a thing. Yeah. But there is a huge time commitment to go back to Echidna's Isle.
Yeah.
Defeating the Beholder is pretty straightforward.
Let's just set a trap and kill the Beholder.
Yes, unless he comes with an army. He lives here. We came with an army. I can only imagine that he had.
But hold on for a second. Then this isn't about you. This is like, I'm not arguing with you. I'm just pointing out that the army he had previous was Jimmy and James.
I will also say Magic Circle.
I was really waiting for that.
Magic Circle?
Magic Circle.
Andy, Magic Circle did not go well for us the last time you and I used it. Let's not do it. I got threatened by Mike's kid when we used it last.
Oh no.
That was the first tournament. That was classic. Angry Matt came out. Matt was mad that he was losing the tournament.
And he held a gun to my head in real life. I'm not even I'm joking, but I'm not joking. Matt held a gun to my head.
We got ourselves in a little sticky situation. I think we pulled their group into our group.
Anyway,
yeah, so all right, you want to set an ambush for the Beholder?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay,
let's do it.
So, all right, where would you like to set this ambush? In the woods or in the urban area? Do you want to head back to Loneheart? Do you want to head to Bitterhold? There's a lot of you got options now. Do you want to contact your other teammates?
I think
we know
it's not a bad idea to just be like, hey, we're gonna fight a Beholder. If anybody's in the area wants to come join the party.
Yeah,
Andy,
I think
you're quiet, Andy. Go ahead, Ryan.
I think we just like Adam was saying, we just let people know we're gonna set an ambush for a Beholder, and if you want to join, come on in.
All right. So you send the message out. Most of them are kind of like, let's do it. The only ones who aren't in on it is Shadow Legacy, and it isn't because they don't want to. They tell you that they're following a lead.
Okay.
And they think it's going to play out.
Then absolutely, yeah. If they have a promising lead, then go for it.
They need help.
maybe they heard you guys talking about the cards on the way back, and so they've been following up on that lead while you've been
Doing our own nonsense.
dealing with this.
Gallivanting around.
Yeah.
And it is.
I need a few minutes. Can I go help them? Like Tony needs a few minutes. Can I step away and have you go help them?
No, because you're just too far away.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah, step away. We'll
Okay.
get this all set up.
Yep.
It must not be muting my microphone. I apologize.
That's fine.
You shouldn't have been picking up any of that.
We
Oh,
weren't.
We
Oh,
really
okay.
couldn't hear anything. I mean, it
yeah,
was.
I
okay.
heard you mumbly just once, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." At least I thought it was you. It might have been somebody in the background at Tony's place.
Who knows? Okay.
Could have been.
Does he have a Chewbacca blanket? What is that?
Should,
I don't know.
maybe we need to ask him when he comes.
I'm gonna.
I don't think it's Chewbacca. I mean,
So
green.
yeah,
That's weird.
basically the rest of the teams they're all pretty in. The Silver Blades are in like right away. They're like, yeah, we're in on that. We'd love to kill something that vile, because they're the kind of the do-gooders, and so they're like they just want to kill it because it's an evil creature.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The fist,
Yeah.
the fist is in because it's cool. The Unbroken are going to help Shadow Legacy.
Okay.
Because Shadow Legacy also says that the contact that they're dealing with might be able to help them bring Kira back.
Oh, good. Okay, cool.
Nice.
And that's something that they're very interested in.
Is there anything that we could look through the book and find information that would help them in that, whether it be information trading or anything?
Make a D20 luck roll. And somebody's got to have to cast comprehend languages.
Oh, it landed between the 12, 18, and 20. That's
Oh.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Man.
So you flip through it. You're giving it as much time as you can spare, and it's mostly like names in amounts and then a reason, and it's really hard to like put context to any of it. There are passages where there's more explanation to
Goodbye.
Gosh.
Spoken just like AOL.
it just looks like most of it's a bunch of long running connection pieces.
Okay.
So you there, city or countryside?
I say we do it on the countryside. Just
I
'cause
can't hear anybody.
Well,
Hold on.
we
I'll
can all
fix it.
hear you.
Yeah.
That's me
Oh,
explaining. That's me explaining all the connections in the book to Mav as he's writing it down.
Fantasy Grounds even kind of.
I should be able to hear you now.
Can you hear us,
Hello?
Mike?
Can you hear us? Hello?
No?
No, you can't hear us?
This picture froze too.
Yeah. Well, Fantasy
Oh,
Grounds
no.
is trying to reconnect right now, too.
No, I can't hear you guys. What the heck?
I think maybe his internet poo-pooed for a minute.
Maybe. Bye.
Bye.
Are you back?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So that's fixed.
If you can hear me, put a pancake on
Put a pancake where?
your head.
Oh, I don't think I can do that.
Then he can't hear us, guys. He can't hear us.
So like when you told Andy, we can't hear you.
How, does that work?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh my god. Wow, pulled that one up right away. That's great.
Yeah. All right. So where do you want to hold this fight?
Does anyone else's
I
Fantasy
was-
Ground still say it's reconnecting?
It says reconnecting to host. Let's see.
I have reconnected.
I don't have reconnected. Oh wait, yeah, I have reconnected.
Did you guys see that dice roll?
13.
I
Yeah,
saw it.
So
I got it. I'm good.
yeah.
Sorry, I could watch the pancake thing.
Yeah.
for more
So
minutes,
my thoughts are to, and I'm just kind of running on default to put this out in the forest, away from the city, just to not draw attention.
yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, yep, I like that. Yeah.
Okay. So you will have 4 of your groups with you. What do you want to do with them?
Um,
I think we probably want to make sure like we have people lying in wait and
does
maybe just have it seem like we're moving from place to place. Like if we're gonna do it out in the country, maybe we make it look like we're moving to that one town to the
let's
northwest.
let's put up a camp. Let's have it like we're just trying to hide out, moving maybe somewhere, but let's put out a very hastily made camp.
Okay. I would say that as you guys are putting this together, you do find a small ruined village. Or you could just do straight
sure.
woods.
I like the ruined village because that would
Yeah.
probably offer some protection from the eyes at least. Which
and
is,
it would also give the other teams hide possibly.
yeah, because we're gonna need that. We want to make sure that no one else gets jumped
Okay, here's what we should do.
because we're trying to use ourselves as the bait, obviously.
Yeah.
We should grab some sticks, and twine and put them in the shape of people, and then we'll put fake armor on them.
You want scarecrows?
I was gonna do a Magnificent Seven, but whatever. Or we can dress everybody up as the Three Amigos.
Yeah, everybody has a Three Amigos outfit on.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Can we grab any of those dusters from the bar that's just
No.
The bar is gone.
Mr. Chance?
Would I had a question about the turn to stone.
Yeah.
Is that can you dispel that mid transformation or no?
It doesn't say. I don't know. I would probably make you roll against the spell power. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because it's a magical.
Yeah.
It's a spell like effect, but.
Yeah, I don't. Hold on. Let's see if I can find it real quick.
Okay.
Tony, why do you have a Wookiee blanket?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
What is
It looks like Chewbacca.
Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh, it's a lion.
No, that's Chewbacca. It's Chubka Calriza.
Oh, Rizza. Chubka.
Crystal fell in love with the lion at the Wallace, Michigan.
Gotcha.
Had to buy a blanket with his face on it. I don't know. Maybe I did. I don't even know. I might have actually been the one who put the line. I don't know. I have stuff, man.
Such disdain, and you're like, oh, maybe I did the stupid thing. I don't know.
It's probably me.
Well, I know she loves the hippo. I couldn't remember if she also loved the lion. But anyway.
No worries.
It doesn't say, but the actual spell, not the beholder ability, takes 3 rounds, not 2. I would say you could dispel it.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
it's a use of a resource. Intelligently, you sacrifice a round of combat to do it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Did
you
make
guys
potions for that?
are going to post up in
Did you say 20?
village.
I was asking if they make potions of petrification resistance.
They do make potions of flesh or stone to flesh, or an oil that can do it.
Potions of anti-beholder.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are
Older
going to
ones.
post up there, and then you're going to bring some of your friends.
We have a Hulk.
We have a Hulk.
You have a Minotaur.
That's a Hulk. I'm kind of like a mini Hulk. Like a condensed hulk.
Guys, we need to get a really big sheet and just throw it over him. And then hit him with sticks,
Yeah.
like in Navy boot camp.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Throw a beholder sock party.
All right, and your groups are going to hide around the village.
Just get a beholder-sized canvas.
Why didn't it drag them onto the canvas? Whatever, stupid.
Tie up all the ends, and then we'll have a beholder sack a beholder.
How did we decide we wanted to address this?
Violently.
Sorry, I meant how did we decide we were to lure him in?
I think you're just banking on the fact that he's going to come for you.
Yeah.
It just seemed
Want
like
me to send a message? We've met him. I can use sending.
I don't want to make it look like we're taunting him. I want to, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to tip off that this is a trap.
Yeah, not until he's almost dead, then we want to taunt.
Yeah.
I was thinking we could offer up a trade. That way he comes in thinking he's getting a deal.
We don't know what he has that we
Nope,
would
doesn't
want.
matter.
That's actually not a bad idea. If you message him and be like, listen, we made a mistake. The last thing that we want down here is a beholder coming after us. So let's, we're out here. Let's make, let's make a deal. Let's make a trade.
We've already made some enemies down here. We don't need any more.
Yeah.
We'd like to be as,
But no contracts.
but no contracts,
Yeah, no
just a
contracts.
trade.
Yeah, we'll
Bring
make a trade.
something that you think we would want.
I don't know.
Let's just tell him that we'll make him a trade.
Do we need to make this more convoluted than it already is?
No, because I think if we just say, if we tell him that, then he knows where we are, and we don't have to sit and wait for him.
Oh, wait, hold on. What if I send it to him, telling him that you guys have no idea that I'm betraying you guys because I belong here at the bar? He'll believe that. Be like, hey, here's the deal. Like,
That's all right. The others don't know I'm doing this, but I
Mhm.
don't want a beholder after us.
especially once I get here, eventually.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
You guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Totally okay.
Sure.
Like, I'm gonna end
Why
up here
not?
anyway. I don't need an enemy.
All right, Tony, make a deception roll.
Can I give him guidance
I
on
mean,
that?
is he really lying
You
about
can, because this is a plan. This is a plan to lie.
that? Doesn't want any enemies while he's down here? That's not a
That's
lie.
exactly what I said.
Make sure you use your war gong if you need it too.
Sure.
No, you're not gonna need it.
Plus, what did Andy have?
The
D4.
D4.
D4 from Andy, and I'm just going to use the war gun because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
So you hit 30.
Well,
You send him a message, and he
Jimmy and James seemed really scared of you.
Jimmy and James are dead.
Dean.
Where are you? I'll come get the book.
I'll tell him right
Like
where
his
I am.
laughs take up the spaces of words in the sending spell. It's like the actual sending spell is ha 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 ha.
That is the best use of 25 characters. Like, after the spell, I'll just be rolling on the floor laughing and unable to tell these guys what happened. Good minute.
Okay, so it's about 7 hours later. He comes like, you see him, like, Tony, you're watching for him, and he sends you a message spell. He's like, I'm coming, distract your friends, distract them all.
My friends.
And Jeffrey looks down the path and sees him sneaking from behind tree to behind tree. As he's just floating like back and forth across the path. And he gets to right here and he's like, put him up, suckers. Give me the book, kid.
I'll
And
pull out a random book and just throw it in his direction.
Jeffrey, what have you done?
Gosh.
and roll initiative now because, well, yes, this matters.
Is
His
it
is much better.
Is it a surprise round of sorts?
We're gonna see how this plays itself out.
Probably not.
While we're prepping for that, there's going to be a magic circle in this house.
Okay.
Kind of magic circle.
It is one that a fiend, undead, or no, choose one or more. Yeah, so fiends, undeads, and elementals cannot willingly enter this cylinder.
Okay.
I just
You
wanna
would know
point
that
out-
this guy's an aberration.
Yeah, I was gonna. He's not any of
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, then there's.
Wouldn't even use the
Well,
spell
actually, there still is because he might pull in a fiend.
Sure. Fair enough. All right. So did you guys all roll your initiative? Yes. He actually gets to go first. So he uses his telekinetic ray and he picks up the book that Jeffrey throws out.
Yep.
And he pulls it towards him and it like pops open in front of him and the pages start to flip like somebody's like thumbing through the pages. And he's like, there once was a girl from Nantucket. What kind of book is this? Where's Nantucket?
Who put a beholder in a bucket?
This isn't what I'm looking for.
He
And
looks over and Jeffrey's just got both middle fingers.
he's ticked off. So he is going to use his legendary action because he used his action to read the book to open a portal in front of him, and you hear him yell, "Fly, fly, my pretties!" And like all of a sudden, oh shoot, I meant to make a GIF. Like,
Can you portal stop?
and hunt like
us.
dozens of smaller beholders come pouring through this portal, and he is going to float over here and take cover behind this building.
Is that a spell? That's not a spell, is it?
He said it was a legendary act.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, is it a
Spell.
legendary action cast spell? But like beholders, they don't cast spells.
No, they don't. This is something that he has done as a legendary beholder, so it's not necessarily a spell. I do need PCs, and then you
Like
guys.
showing music. Are they glazers?
They're not glazers. They are gazers, however. And 10 gazers come like pouring through this portal into different areas around the battlefield. And I'm just going to do it this way and then reposition the beholder because that makes way more sense. And they are mostly clustered up over here. But they do not get to go this turn.
Gotcha.
And who's next? Mav is next.
Mav is gonna cast Dawn.
Bye, gazers.
Bye, Felicia.
Seriously, I think you're going to kill all of them.
I like how that looks.
Not a single success?
Not one of them.
Bro!
So you just watch them all start popping. And the beholder yells out, "My monkeys!" And they're...
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Or get caught in that too, Andy?
As a bonus action, I like to move Dawn so that it's just kind of sitting right there.
Okay, cool. Oh,
Okay.
You're
And
up.
then yeah. One.
Well,
Is the
at least I
portal
don't
still
have to run up the house now. That's good. That makes things a lot easier, I gotta tell you. Man, here I was like, oh, I can make it over there if I dash, but really don't want to. I don't even have to anymore. I'm gonna charge.
Do it.
I'm gonna charge right into him. Let's see. I haven't used that in such a long time. To actually look up. I wasn't expecting to do that. It's +5 to my attack.
I haven't charged in so long. I thought you forgot how to do it.
I think we stopped doing it because it becomes kind of a waste because you use your action to do it.
It does, but I can't get over there without dashing anyway.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
nice. It's
So-
nice when you have to.
Then that
Yep.
that fits. Then okay,
This is the only opportunity where it makes sense to do it now.
right on.
Yep. So. Yeah. So I get +5 on my attack here, and it's just the one attack unless I happen to score a critical, I guess. Oh. I'm going to action surge.
So that you can definitely do.
So I'll make first charging attack.
Oh no,
Um.
Jeff, can you fix that?
Is he 30 feet from me?
He's probably right at 30 feet.
He's at 40.
Oh, you
I
cannot.
cannot help.
Okay.
You will have -2 on your next attack.
Okay. Then I will. I'm still doing Ashen Surge, so -2 on next attack. 3 attacks coming up. Does that still hit?
That hits, yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Did you add the -3 or
Two.
2 or whatever it was?
He'd hit him.
Oh yeah,
I was
okay,
just,
okay, okay.
I was
Yep.
just saying like 20 if it.
So now,
Dash one. Nice. And these will regular. So that'll hit. Oh, I thought that was a 19. That's some. And that, and then I'm going to use the rest of my movement. So that's got a lot left. Is this like an overhang, or what is this right here?
yeah, it's like an overhang. It's a 2-story building, and that's the entryway to that building.
Okay, I'm just gonna move right around the corner.
Okay.
I think I can move right about.
Yep. You take cover, and so he's going to use a legendary action and irate Jeffrey instead because he can't see you anymore. And he's mad about not being able to see you, but his legendary action is an irate. Jeff, make a dexterity saving throw as he hits you with a brown beam.
25.
Means you're gonna poop yourself.
You start to
probably.
your stomach twists up in knots and your bowels grumble, and then you're like, "Oh, I better not run fast."
You gave me the brown
It
noise.
passes. Yeah. You a little squeak pops out, and then you're fine. Let's see. The Silver Blades are up next, and they're way over here. They're disappointed. So they run out. They get to hear. Actually, I can't really split them. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. So then they are going to cast a magic spell. Oh, why did it do? Oh, I'm so mad at this thing right now.
Burn it.
Oh, I know. That's why I don't think I did any parties that weren't with you guys. I totally didn't. So
Dang.
that's all right. So they blast him with some magic, Mr. Beholder. He takes some damage. And then the fist comes running out, and they're going to get to here. And the Beholder's like, oh boy, you got a lot of people. You got a lot of people. And he's a little put off by that.
It's not even everybody yet.
And so then, yep, more magic goes flying out at him.
Please tell me this other group is on top of the house and not inside the house, because that would be
They're-
awesome.
They're inside the house.
Oh, crap.
So Jeffrey, it is now your turn.
Okie dokie. I am going to. I can see him, right?
Yes, you can see him.
Okay, I'm going to use my undeniable logic on him and give him a little bit of damage. Oh, I am targeting Othig. Let's not do that. Oof, some psychic damage, and he'll have
Ooh.
disadvantage. And I'm going to make him make a wisdom saving throw, which
You can go ahead and roll that.
Yep. He's gonna fail. And I'm
What do you-
going to bestow a curse upon him.
Oh, what are you bestowing on him?
I am going to give him a no, what do I want to do here? He will not be able to make actions. Is that what that says?
Without
Wisdom
making a
save.
wisdom saving throw. Yeah, he's gonna
Yep.
succeed. He's gonna That's- he starts to get really indecisive. He's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Ah, freaking curse. And you see him like shake his ball back and forth, and
Oh, don't shake those at me.
just one.
And he will choose to succeed.
Yes.
Okay. I will then run into the house.
Okay. The Vanguard dives out the back door, and they're going to get here, and he's like, ah, crap, there's even more. And let's see, they're going to hit him with the axe and sneak attack. And that will be damage and more damage. And then War Cleric and Wizard Magic. And that will be that much damage. And he is going to use a legendary action at this point. And who's he going to target? He's got a target-rich environment now.
Sure does.
Let's see, who's third in the combat list? That is the Silver Blades. And what IRA is he using?
The
That
bye-bye
one. I don't know which one this one is. Oh, that's bad. So he blasts the Silver Blades with an IRA, and they will fail their saving throw, and they begin infighting amongst themselves. Yep, some of them turn on each other and begin hitting each other.
They might have done that without the ray. Let's be real.
Not those guys would.
No.
Those guys are the goody goodies.
Oh, I was thinking of the wrong ones.
And so then the Black Hammers are going to come running out, and they see the Silver Blades fighting each other, and for a minute they think about jumping in on that, and then they just charge forward and hit the beholder instead.
They think about jumping in on that. Danik's looking at it like, maybe.
That would be a crit.
Ooh,
Nice.
punch that beholder in the mouth.
So there's a whole butt ton of damage that comes out of there. And it's going to push our beholder friend into bloodied.
Seriously,
boy.
that was a metric ton of damage.
And then spell damage. All right. Thanak, you're up.
Based on where everybody's standing,
Oh, they couldn't have done spell damage. Nor could the Silver Blades, because they are in the anti-magic cone.
There you go.
oh, where's the anti-magic cone facing?
I'm going to put it on the board so everybody knows where it is.
Okay.
It is wherever his main eye is looking for 150 feet. So I am not going to draw it all out, but pretty much just if you're on the board and you can follow the lines of the cone, you're getting hit by it.
Okay. I have a question.
Yep.
No.
The way
The what?
the way Fireball is worded is that it's not an actual fireball.
Mm-hmm.
It just detonates in place.
Yeah, wherever you pick the point of, that's where the magic's going to go to.
If so, can I cast it on the other side of that eye?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even if it's going through that, it should be fine.
Correct.
Okay.
Like anything that passes through it it's dead while it's in there, and it becomes active on the other side. Like a beam spell is only dead inside the ray.
Okay. So I will move. Can I see physically in that area, or is like the
You would be able to
blocking?
see the building is blocking. You would be able to see your target. You do know though that the black hammers are fully in the eye ray at the moment, so you could shoot a fireball over there and not hit them.
Okay, good to know.
Oh, that's legit because the fire would
Not hit them. So I will. I'm just gonna move me to mark it. I'm gonna shoot it like right there ish.
Okay, yeah, that's
So
fine.
that it just so that it, yeah. Okay.
Yep, go ahead and I will make a dexterity saving throw, which beholders are terrible at.
I was gonna throw it on.
Well, you can.
Do you want me to do it, or
I rolled a 4, so do you want to do it?
I don't want to do it.
You go ahead and just roll your damage.
Okay, hold on. The spell.
I love the way you ask that. It's one of my favorite. Ask it different if you've rolled terribly.
That is a really well. I guess it's medium.
Man.
It's medium.
Yeah, it's average.
Yeah.
A little above.
You're an average warlock.
Yeah.
Knock the average warlock.
All right, that's my turn.
All right, so it is the beholder's turn, and he is going to. What's he going to do this round? One of his special options. Another portal appears. This one over here, and he yells, "Do better this time!" And 10 more gazers come tumbling out of the portal.
Tumbling. I now picture them like baseballs, just kind of
Yeah.
It's
Derpy.
kind of like emptying a tennis ball can, to be honest.
just bounce across the ground.
Nice.
Yep.
Awesome.
So, and I am going to do the same thing I did last time because it's just easier to do it that way. And then blink, blink. And they come all tumbling out here. And then he is going to move away from that very bright patch of light. He's going to just go through the house. And guess who he finds in the house? He sees Thanok through the door and Jeffrey hanging out there. And he's like, oh boy, I want to get you guys. And let's see. Jeff, even or odd?
Even.
Okay, Thanok will take 2 blasts and you'll take 1.
Got him.
Oops, too many dice. I'll have to drop 1. Let's see. 9, 6, 10. Jeff, a very familiar looking ray that hits your buddy. What was her name? I forgot her name already. Lady Gable. Yep.
Lady.
Lady. starts aiming up at you, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Jeez.
Is it better to
buddy.
Is it better to get the disintegrate or the brown noise ray?
So Jeff, you are only going to take 45 points of force damage
That hurts.
instead of the 91 that it would have been.
That would have killed me.
And then
Disintegrates you.
Uh-huh.
let's see.
Thanok.
Thanok 6. Thanok, you are picked up. Make a strength saving throw.
Yeet. Yes.
He just chucks you straight up into the sky.
All right.
It's like Thanok goes flying straight up into the sky, 120 feet.
Can I see Thanok?
No, I can only throw him 30 feet in any direction. No, I got to make a throw. I'm throwing him, so I got to make a... You go 45 feet into the air. Jeff, make a perception check because the roof where you are, it's patchy. You might be able to take a shot at him. It's a pretty high DC, but you got a good perception. You are going to catch a glimpse of him as he goes flying into the air.
I'm going to cast Featherfall on him.
Yeah, okay, you're going to cast Featherfall on him. And then, so...
Well, that depends. Where is the boulder looking?
Oh, that's true. It's looking at Thanok. Let me move this so it is...
So I'd be able to see him when he's up in the sky, though.
Yep.
Okay.
And he's about to hit Thanak with a second ray, so you will not actually. You'd still be able to because it's just the eye rays that are looking up there.
Yeah, he'd be able to
The
hit
main
me with
ray
it. It
is-
just wouldn't be affected while he's.
No, it'll work. Thanak, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as a black ray shoots out towards you.
Oh no.
Well, not enough.
I'm gonna use my war gong on that. Can I do that?
You sure can. Very nice. So you will take half of the 122 points of necrotic damage that he just hit you with. You hear this sound. It's like da-da-da-da-da-da. And you hear a as Thanak is hit with this other ray, and he kind of goes tumbling off this way. But Jeffrey does still see him tumbling through the sky.
So what was the total damage?
61.
Wow.
Then it is Mav's turn.
Alright, so Mav is gonna move the anti-magic field. Or not the anti-magic field. The light one, the Dawn, 60 feet.
Are you going to play popcorn ball again with my lasers?
So I can get it here,
Oh, you don't want to hurt our friends, though.
but they're in the anti-magic field.
They are in the anti-magic field.
Oh,
I will stretch the cone out.
Oh, actually,
What?
only this guy might be affected.
what happens to the gazers in the anti-magic field? Are they magical?
They are, but their floating power is natural to them, so it does
Okay.
not turn off.
Gotcha.
But they can't use their eye rays.
Oh, the eye rays don't work inside the field?
No.
Well,
Oh. Dude,
so they're worthless now.
the beholders must. His
Yes.
eye rays.
No, he can't shoot his own eye rays into his field. They have
Question.
clarified that.
Oh, then how? So
He-
you just
They
you
can
can
close their
Okay.
close their eye. He threw Thanak into the air.
Yeah.
That was the question. Was
Yeah.
was he closed his eye, yeeted Thanak,
And then
Gotcha.
used his other eyes to track him and knock him out, and then reopened his eye on his turn.
Beholders are the best.
Yeah, they do
Sick.
stuff like that to avoid that type of thing happening.
Yeah.
But the anti-magic field can't be up while you're hit by an eye ray. So if you have magical items that help your
Nice.
dude, very
Yeah.
nice.
Jeez, Mav.
Oh, that's
Yes.
a good one.
Freaking yes.
Wow.
You hear from inside the building, oh, all the sparkles.
The sparkle.
And Othig, go get him.
I will indeed.
Advantage.
Nice.
All right,
Does,
so
Gazer 3 get to go first?
it is Gazer 3's turn.
But
Where's
if
he
Gazer
at?
3 moves out of that beam, he gets popped.
Awesome.
Oh, how smart are they?
This one wouldn't know. He's gonna do it. Pop.
Awesome.
He gets this really like determined, like growly look on his face, and he goes flying out of the beam. And you hear pop, and all these other ones are like, "Oh!"
They all get into the beam.
Then it is Othig's turn.
Oh. I always picture them being like people-sized heads.
That's a miss. I'm going to use my war gong.
Do it. You'll hit him. His AC is 18, so no matter what you roll, you'll hit him.
Cool. Then I'll just turn war gong off.
You
So-
missed. Oh no, the first one had advantage.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And okay, 3 hits coming up.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Okay, he is going to use a legendary action and use a beam on Othig. So an eye turns around, and that is number 9. That's the disintegration ray. I need a dexterity saving throw from you. So you'll take half damage.
Ooh.
Half of 92, so that is 46 points of force damage. Let's see. The Silver Blades are busy fighting with each other. At the end of their turn, they do get to make a saving throw.
They
That
must
will
be slapping each
succeed.
other. They
That will
can't cast
succeed.
spells.
They stop, they look at each other, and then they hug it out. They're like, "Oh man,
Wait.
I'm sorry."
Did that get canceled on them because they're in the right anyway?
Oh, it totally would have. They wouldn't have had to make the saving throw. Yeah, it's true. They would have. So they would have this turn. So they have already hugged it out, and they ask gazers or the eye monster.
Definitely the eye monster.
Yeah, eye monster if they can make it to him.
They can. They run into the building, and where's my?
Stab him in the eye so that he stops looking at me.
Did we save Thanok from falling? We did, right?
I cast Featherfall.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's looking at me.
You're only going to fall like 15 feet.
I thought he
So-
threw me up in the air 45 feet.
And I cast
did.
Featherfall.
He's looking at me.
He
You
was
feather
looking at you while you were on the ground.
on the ground though, so you featherfalled into what's
You're
going to be a
featherfalling
remaining
into.
like 15-foot fall.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying.
So he didn't throw me up and
He
then
threw
look
you-
at me.
No, he threw you up and then turned his eye back on and then batted you with the finger of death ray.
Right. So where am I? In the air.
You are right above where you're at right now, starting to float down. You'll fall 15 feet once you hit the cone.
You're fine. You're good. Sorry.
Okay. Because I'm not in the cone. How am I not in the cone?
Because you're up in the air.
15 feet.
It's being blocked by the house.
Oh, right.
I mean, I can
perfect.
look. I can put you in the cone if you want.
No, I was like, how am
You
I
wanna
not
be
in
in
the
the cone, Adam?
I don't
Jeez.
want to be in the cone.
If you want to be in the cone, just say you want to be in the cone. Is shame.
I don't
that's
want
what I
to
was
be in
thinking
the cone.
the whole time was the cone of
Do
shame.
not want to be in the cone. Is shame.
Okay, so I've gone ahead and rolled for the Minotaur and Aogar's fist. They all run in and put the hurt on the beholder as well. It's not looking good. Gazer is just going to sit down. it's just hovering there, and it's looking at each other.
Boss.
They're mumbling at each other, and you have no idea what they're saying unless you can speak Abyssal. Not Abyssal. What do they speak? Deep speech. Anybody speak that?
I don't think so.
Okay, no, never mind. Jeffrey, it's your turn.
Jeffrey's turn. Jeffrey is going to look at the beholder and just be like, you've made a very big mistake.
Yeah, I think I did too. There's a lot of you.
Yeah.
You were really, really tricky. I was laughing all that time. I should not have laughed.
So I'm going to undeniable logic him. It
Oh.
falls on the one. That was the worst.
Ow.
Yep. Undeniable logic him. And then I am to cast a... Oh, I don't have... Oh, I do have a fifth. I'm going to cast a fifth
Yeah.
level...
like the cone of shame.
a fifth level shatter on him, and I'm be like, bye, buddy.
Oh, no. He's going to choose to succeed.
He's going to choose to succeed? Okay. I'm just going to roll it for fun.
It's his only chance. It's not very good.
Let's see. 3d8 plus. Boom. Oh,
Nice.
Sorry.
So you blast out that whole backside of the house because obviously you're angling it in a direction that isn't going to hit them, and the cone goes down, and the gazers are free, and then start popping.
Awesome.
Hey, I have a quick
And the
question.
beholder just starts to
Oh.
like a balloon. He's just shooting around the house.
Were Mav and I translating this book?
Um,
Because if we were, then I would
Hours.
still have. I'd have to roll for it, I guess.
Comprehend languages.
Yeah.
You're also in the dawn, so you probably have to take some damage from that.
Once they start
would-
popping, I would
Drop
well,
them.
Release
Thanak
the
will catch
dawn.
one round of dawn. So roll your
Yeah.
damage for all those gazers. I'm almost positive you'll kill them, even if they get half from what the average damage on that is.
Ooh,
No, you will not. That's terrible.
Do I roll a
that's,
save for
that's
that? Is
awful. You do.
Please roll a save for all those guys.
What is it?
You won't kill any of them.
D20.
No, what stat?
D20 con.
I know what it is. Save. Jeez, oh my gosh.
He's 20. Adam.
I'm sorry, DC 20. God.
Like I know what dice it is. That's not what I'm asking.
You sure that's not what you're asking?
I said it was 12. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Which one succeeded there? Number 8 succeeded? Yeah. Everybody else failed? Is that what that looks like?
That was terrible.
That was terrible. And that is 10 and 7 that are not in it. So, yeah, you won't kill one of them.
Av, come on, man. This is
Okay,
what
I've
you
only
do.
killed 20 of them so far, so you know.
You should leave it
I
up.
know. I know. You've only killed 20. Work
You
harder.
You should leave it up.
All right.
Thana can tank it. He's got Death Ward on him. He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not
It is
worried.
now-
Take another 3 or
He'll
4
be
rounds
fine.
of crap
Their
spells.
turns. So Gazer 10 is going to scream like a kamikaze eyeball and just fly over towards Mav and try and bite him.
Yeah.
Does a 16 get you?
I think just barely.
Yes.
Goes
You
to the
take 1
attacker.
point. You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Yeah, but what else do I take?
And then he shoots you with his telekinetic ray, and I need a strength saving throw from you.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
Nope. You are pushed 30 feet into the side of the building, and you will take 4d6 bludgeoning damage.
Get out of here.
Oh, that was really good. It's 21 points of damage.
Oh my gosh.
It's a 5, 2 6s, and a 4. All right.
The best.
The next one is going to scream, "Get him!" And they're all going to pile on Thanak as he comes tumbling down into it. So Thanak, 23. You will be bit for 1 point of damage, and then make a dexterity saving throw as he blasts you with a cold ray. You'll take 8 points of cold damage. And number 6 is going to scream and come after you and attempt to bite you. This is so much fun. 14 will not get you.
I love that you're being mobbed by a group of these. It's like the Langoliers.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my gosh.
You are afraid of these gazers. You are
As you're
terrified.
slowly
of them.
falling out of the sky.
So the Iron Vanguard yells out, "Do we help him?
No.
He can't. Can he do that?" So they run over, and I will use an AOE and eliminate the next 3 of them that are going to go.
Hey.
They will not survive. Whatever AOE is.
Will not survive.
I went wobble.
But before Mav gets to go again, number 9 is going to go. And it's going to go after.
Hey, I didn't get to go.
I skipped you?
You're falling out of the sky.
Oh, you
don't
did.
do anything.
You totally did. Sorry about that.
But you got to take your fall damage now.
You do got to take your fall damage. Make a dexterity saving throw. You're only falling 15 feet.
Oops, that's the wrong one. But
Would he still because the eye ray's gone?
add 1, so 12.
Oh, no, he wouldn't.
That's
You wouldn't come in
right.
contact.
He
Yep.
nice and gently falls to the
Yeah.
sky.
Yeah,
As the
you don't take
gazers
fall
are just like mobbing him in the air and biting on him, and they're like clung to him like burrs, like when you walk through a burr patch.
Ew. Now he's the laser light show.
Yep. So Thanak, it is your turn.
Yeah.
You're gonna wind up for an attack.
I love it. It's so funny.
There you go.
Killed it. You know what?
Boom.
You know what?
Insta death.
Take it.
I don't know if I could. I don't know if I could have hit them without hitting my.
Probably not, because a couple of them were below you.
Yeah, that's fine. So let's make myself save my own spell. What is it? A dex? Yeah, I'm gonna miss that. Yeah. So I took 32.
You're so panicked about having these things on.
You know,
Like all your NPC groups kind of stand back and go, "Whoa, that was crazy. That was pretty crazy.
That guy's nuts.
That guy's unhinged." And then it is Mav's turn, and there's that one lonely one left who just threw you into the building, and he looks at you and he's like, Sorry?
Mav just wiggles his finger, and the dawn just slowly starts shifting over to that guy.
I probably deserve this. Now, you gotta roll your damage, because last time you didn't kill these
I know,
guys, and this
right?
guy's unhurt. So he did make his save. Yes! Yes!
And so I will do.
Hang in there, little buddy.
11 points
We
of
are
damage.
going to do a guiding. Actually, I may release the dawn,
Okay.
and I may go touch it myself.
You drop the dawn and he screams, "I survived!" And you walk up to him and you're like, "Hey, you're not coming to congratulate me, are you?"
Right on the nose like a bad dog.
Hmm.
Oh, really? You're using inflict wounds on this poor guy.
And you just annihilate him. And your NPCs are like, "Oh, that was hardcore. That was pretty." The Minotaur's like, "Oh yeah, that was great." So you've wiped out the Beholder, who will trouble you no more, and cleaned up his gazer crew, and yeah. So
Do
will
we know
pick
where
up-
his loot is?
I was just gonna say, guys, we have a problem. We have no.
He did not bring the treasure.
Of course he didn't.
So that's a problem you can see if you can figure out how to remedy next week. This is where I'll.
Oh, it's 10 o'clock. Holy crap.
It is. It's late. Yep.
Good game, guys.
That was a good
Good
time.
night, everybody.
That was a great
right,
fight.
later, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep. Good times. Night, everybody.
Oh.
Night, everybody.